Let's do another one.
Good morning, chat. How are we doing today? Welcome back to the Element 3 co-stream. I hope everybody's having a fantastic Thursday today. Today we're watching Element 3 as we do. Only 4 days today. The inter-regional or outer regional conference games, whatever you want to call them, are over. Today, every game matters to the fullest extent. We got WildCard today. We got Sonics today. We got many other of the teams that you enjoy. Games start in about 10 minutes from now. Are you a filler player? You're not Sprbunny, but I could add you. I've been doing a little coding for Mini Siege this morning. I got a good amount done. I mean, not a ton. But I think I finally figured out the bug where dead players could pick up the defuse kit.
No, this is food. This is beans. Someone put beans inside the computer.
TARDIS for 20 months. That's crazy. Thank you very much, TARDIS. I hope you're doing well. That's most of what I worked on today. You hate Alabama. I'd go to Alabama. Can't be that bad. TARDIS, I thought you subbed to me yesterday too. I won't lie to you. I can look back through my notifications. Yeah, you literally did. Yesterday, you resubbed with Prime for 20 months, and you said you missed my old VOD reviews. And then today, you've resubbed with Prime for 20 months with no message. So I don't know what's going on with that, TARDIS. But in any case, I appreciate it. Still very kind of you. We do again have, Jazzman and
No, this is
Light Rose
food. This is
casting
beans.
today.
Someone put beans inside the computer.
One with the Prime for 2 months. Thank you very much, One. I don't know why I couldn't remember Light Rose's name. I did have to look it up on Wikipedia. I won't lie to you. I was picturing her face. Thank you guys for the subs. We got 4 BO1s today. We're going to watch them all, and then that'll be our stream. Tomorrow, there is more Element 3, which we'll be watching. No. Tomorrow, there's no Element 3. Tomorrow, I think we're going to do the OSA stream, where I shit on OSA for 20 minutes. And then Saturday, Sunday, I think we're going to watch Brazil. There are some Brazil games going on Friday as well. But I think I'm going to skip them to watch Brazil. Actually, I don't fucking know. I should be live Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 2 of those days will be Brazil. 1 of those days will be, one of those days will be the OSA stream. TBD on which day is which. What's up, Goku? We got Cuphead back. Why do I want to shit on OSA? Because I think she's a terrible operator who's very overrated. I woke up this morning, I got dressed, and Jess told me I had my Winnie the Pooh outfit on. Please tell me what you guys think. I think I'm styling. I think I look pretty good. I think I match. Hold on. For free? McDonald's outfit also works. It's hot as fuck, though. So it's definitely a shorts day. Need some honey? I don't think I own any honey in the house right now. I have... I don't really have anything that's close to honey. I have sweet and sour sauce. Middle-aged dad who wants to buy a used sports car? Damn
No,
right.
This is food. This is beans. Someone put beans inside the computer.
Red Wolf for 3 years. That's insane. That might be the longest of anybody. I don't know if I've seen a 3-year streak before. Shout out, Red Wolf. I appreciate you. Hope you're doing well, bro. Any red polo looks too American to wear. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Was that Flynn? You're not giving me money for 3 years? Understandable. I don't even think I've streamed every month for the last 3 years. But Red Wolf's still a real one for that. Hey, he's getting his money worth now. We've been streaming a lot. Picture an American guy, he wears a red polo shirt. I think the American guy picture wears a button up. I picture like an office worker. That's racist? I don't know what that is. Any new gossip? Any hype news that we didn't touch on yesterday? I woke up at 3 a.m. this morning to watch Dota. I'm a little sleepy, but Jess bought me an energy drink, so the sleepiness has been waned off for now. PSG Quest took down OG. I like both teams. But I think I was rooting for PSG Quest, so we're happy. Why did Rexon get banned? I don't think Rexon got banned. Maybe I missed this. I think Rexon's just on vacation. I went to Rexon's Twitter to see if your story has any holds any weight, and Rexon's just tweeting about Wendy's. Which, like, fair enough. But I don't think he got banned. Also, I should run Mini Siege. Please tell me if you see any dead people picking up diffusers. I think I fixed it. What's up, Thunders? Another Brazilian Tier 2 team is going to LATAM. Which one? A good one or a bad one? I assume they're not a great team. Wait, let me guess. Give me one guess on which Brazilian team is moving to Mexico to farm shitty Mexican teams. I look at Supercopa do Brazil. It's not going to be a Tier 1 team. Elas, maybe? I don't know if it'd be an academy team. 7 Rex. It's tough because I don't know if there's any good teams that have orgs that aren't academy teams. I'm going to guess it's 7 Rex team. I can't confirm, but it's a good one. We'll see. We'll see. I hope you're right. Well, no, I don't. I hope no teams move from Brazil to Mexico. But if it happens, hopefully they play in Element 3. And hopefully they're interesting. Everyone moving to LATAM to get smoked by cruelty. You're not wrong, at least for the last couple of months. You heard that's why Super was filling in. I don't think Gio wanted to fill in, but I think Rexon's just on vacation or otherwise is unavailable to play. I don't think he got banned. I've been wrong before. I won't say 100%, but that's my understanding. Am I going to name my son or daughter Jesse or Jesse to continue the naming convention? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Jesse J. Jr.? You gotta stop. You gotta stop right now, please. Oh, I don't mind continuing like a J name. I don't know, chat. We're ways off from that, all right? We need a couple more 3-year subs before we get to that point. Let's get a few more 3-year sub streaks, and then we'll start having that conversation. WildCard versus Aerial Arise is our first game of the day, and they're doing map bans as we speak. What's up, Extra? Please don't be Clubhouse. Please don't be Clubhouse. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Whew. For those who weren't here yesterday, there were 5 games yesterday, and 3 of them were on Clubhouse. Was it 3 or 4? Because there were 3 Clubhouses, there was a Chalet. Was it 4 Clubhouses? Oh, there was an Oregon as well. Yeah. But I got so fucking sick and tired of watching Oregon, or watching Clubhouse, so thank God that got banned out at the end of it. How much money for my child to have tiebreaker match as their middle name? Gender doesn't matter. Top of my head, I think I'd do it for 200K. Alright, the game's getting started. Hold on.
Having those good entries.
Ah, too loud.
Grim getting banned. I go back to when Grim was released.
Grim ban is good.
The fact that
Grim ban makes so much sense. On Chalet?
But it makes sense. He has a
Chalet, I don't think it's the best ban, but I think it's fine.
You're going to get great information.
Monty banned, of course.
Use it at the right time, which is the most important thing. A Monty ban to follow. Also, Monty is just strong.
We never got bored of the Doc versus Wamai on Rafters debate. Fuck me, man. Yes, we did. I did.
So clearly, they want WildCard to stay away from the French Mountain.
What do we run as our prediction today? Again, WildCard have a brand new pickup, Spiff, who they are trialing in place of Vertical. Aerial Arise are Aerial Arise.
So Aerial Arise have beaten WildCard before on this map, albeit they haven't beaten them.
Thank you, JL.
In terms of game, they lost.
I think my code is a little bit less complicated than Ubisoft's. I wouldn't take that much credit, but 100K for that Sprott? No.
Don't give me Valkyrie for WildCard, I should say.
No, we're still on 200. What do we want to do for our prediction?
So kind of similar. And I think the Montaigne ban.
I think we keep it simple. Who wins?
Super potent on this map.
WildCard in regulation, WildCard in OT, Aerial Arise in OT, or Aerial Arise in regulation. I think WildCard should win this pretty decently. Didn't Aerial Arise beat WildCard, however, earlier in the season? No, they lost, but it was 1 round away, right? So these two teams met in the Swiss stage. WildCard won. It was a best of 3.
They got
It was a best of 3. Aerial Rise actually won Chalet the last time they went to Chalet. That was a 7-4. They started with 5 defensive rounds. Not in a row, because, like, obviously there's the 3-3 quarter split. And they only lost the other map 7-5, 7-5. Now, that was Wildcard with a vertical. Wildcard of a new player, so that maybe changes the equation a little bit.
Strong as possible. It's going to
but Aerial Rise are a good team on Chalet. They are experienced playing as Wildcard. They have experience beating Wildcard on this map. Use that information as you will. When did Merc leave? A while ago.
And I think that that's something that should be noted. There's also
Merc went to Sonics at the start of the year. Wildcard kind of exploded and picked up X Mirage. Yeah.
Inrio's been in the scene for a very long time, so there's tons of experience in terms of tier 2. Brios has been at it too, and Mike W already going down. We mentioned him earlier.
We saw some sick Asamaru play yesterday, to be honest. Not today, it seems. We saw a lot of really good rush plays on Chalet actually yesterday.
Mike W is just in kitchen all alone. Because clearly with the Amaru, they did have some sort of plan, but not having anything besides that might be killer. Poison gets flashed. Blitz is not supposed to do that. Ends up getting the kill onto Spiker anyway. So even
did Poison get flashed by his teammate on a flashbang? That has to be what happened, right?
Brio strikes with that
because he can't flash himself.
Gotten that man advantage.
Must have been Brios or Snake who flashed Poison.
The rest of Wild.
He goes 1 for 1. They have
up by killing Poison, but Snake
sight.
Is inside the site.
Diffuse Kid, I think, is in sight as well.
Diffuser, and he's inside of stock.
Yeah.
Now, he just has
Poison brought it to sight.
To find a safe way
this is the bomb site, right?
That's kind of more of the challenge here. Is Inrio sitting outside of main.
So you're gonna plant probably behind the bar.
Either to a more powerful cross.
If you start this plant, you're probably able to. Do you have any smokes? Yeah. Inrio has smokes. Inrio needs to come to site so that he can smoke this, so they can start the plant. At the same time, the Brios clears top floor, and by clears I just mean like pressures, right? Or they're just gonna work top floor. But if they do this, Snake is kind of irrelevant. But I guess they just win the 2v2 top floor anyways.
It's just Bosco in a 1 versus 3. He's gonna take the one onto Snake
and they trade. Okay. Hey, good fighting top floor. Brios and the other guy. Nice.
Establishing top floor control as well as getting Snake into the bomb site with Diffuser.
Blitz getting flashed by his own shield is a sick balancing option.
One of the issues that Aerial has had in the past has been to throw them off of their game. It's really
I don't know
hard
if Blitz
to
is
get
broken
them
that
back
bad that he
onto
needs
their
that yet.
plan. Originally, Mike W going down makes it a 4v5, and their plan was clearly to take Ivy. And with that player potentially coming up from Fireplace Stairs, don't have an option. But what Aerial Rise
fuck shields? I say fuck Monty. Blitz isn't that bad.
Inrio and Poison.
I mean, he's annoying to play against, but I don't think he's that broken. You know?
He's been known for how good he can be on those shields.
If Wildcard lose today, does that mean they get disbanded? No.
To compete up
no, this is a losable game for Wildcard.
Coordinate well.
Oh shit! If they lose this, though, this is their second loss.
In my notes, it's not exactly that, but that's what a good IGL can do. Aerial Rise clearly had purpose in the latter half. Of
yesterday, every single team, and so this is a Group B game. Both these teams are in Group B. Yesterday, every single Group B team lost except for 6K. So position-wise, if Wildcard lose this, they're not in that bad of a spot. They're still very likely to get top 3, I would say. But it certainly doesn't feel good, right? If Wildcard lose today, that's back-to-back losses. That means they finish the first week of groups with 0 wins and 2 losses. Now, they're playing good teams. They should still make it out of groups, I think, even with 2 losses today. But morale-wise, I think it would be kind of tough. Spiff, this is an insane position to be in, but he does make it out.
There are 4 players upstairs. And if they can't get control, at the very least, forcing players to rotate into a cross is pretty good.
This is losable for Wildcard, also noticed every game. All right.
Like library and that fireplace mezzanine.
All right. Let's chill.
You only have 1 player over here. That could
I'm not gonna say that you're wrong, but
it could be a really good start.
This one is more losable than most because they've already lost to Aerial Rise on this map before.
And that makes sense given how frag heavy they have been in the previous game and what their overall goals as a team were. begin with.
My
Aerial
eyes are still
Rise,
gonna
he
be
did a
peeled on
good amount
Spiff
of
as well.
damage,
Obviously,
thrown it out. We're almost
how is
halfway through the
Bosco
round,
opening
but
death
it
on
does
smoke?
pay off. That is Snake to find Bosco will fall, but the 4v4 taking out the smoke for the buff.
Like, every
is
player
really
is, like, fighting
probably
around
why
library,
as
and
an
then
attacker,
somehow does
despite
Snake
the
just
fact that we
jump
are
in the
on
trophy
losing
window to
side.
kill
So he is
Bosco?
still
How does this
alive.
happen?
Torres is still alive.
I
Ash is
guess.
as well. And if Mike
Now there's only
W
one
can
player on
stay
site. They
alive
could
and
definitely
fight
rush
on
this, but they're
the
not really in
inside of
position to.
Fireplace,
I mean,
there's a
Poison
lot to
on
work with
Ash
for
has
Aerial Rise,
Diffuse
but they
Kit
do look
Library,
a little bit
and his
lost here,
whole
and the
team is dying.
cascade of
This does
kills
not feel
coming
good for
from
AA.
WildCard clearly indicate.
Poison and Rio attempted to pincer out.
I mean, Poison is fragging.
Poison finding Rampy there, but can.
And
now
Inrio
puts us at a 2
is
versus 1.
maybe
WildCard
blind. I'm not sure exactly what's going
shredded
on
the
there.
Team of Aerial Rise trying to go for that top
So
four
Poison
take.
needs a
Nearly
4K to win
had
this
it
round. He's
in
playing
the
Ash.
attackers, but
He
unfortunately
has
it
the
just
Fuse Kit,
came to
and he has a
blows,
pretty
and
good
at the end of
time.
the day, WildCard won their gunfights. Now Papa P's got it all to do in a 1 versus 2. Diffuser in hand, and he does have dining completely to himself. It's all about finding out where these players
That's such a
are,
good
where they're
BP.
holding the crosses. That BP,
It's not new or
unfortunately,
anything.
no
Like,
more
lots
Ash
of teams
charges
use that
remaining.
bulletproof.
They're not gonna be able
Yeah,
to
he's
shoot
dead.
that, and Poison
Lots
has
of teams use that
no
bulletproof,
intel to
but it's
work with.
really,
All
really
these
good
drones
because
are
it's so
shot,
hard to
he's gonna be
destroy.
peeking dry. Hansen's just waiting. Sorry, that's Spit.
And it gives really good
Just
intel,
waiting inside
too.
a trophy. Goes for that swing with full confidence. Poison goes down. An immediate response.
I think
there
the right
from
call
WildCard,
from-
switching up the bomb site.
I think the
Again,
right call from
they're on
Poison
it.
is probably punch the camera, even if you don't
Say that
destroy it,
that
like
round,
shatter
it
the
seemed like
glass,
Aerial Rise
and then
were a little
plants,
bit lost.
rather than go for those
There's
kills.
nothing wrong with droning out
Like, the problem is there was a guy above,
their
so if that
intention
guy
just
above is, like,
came
at
a
all
little
competent,
bit too late. Their pinches didn't come all together.
he's just going to stop your plant.
They
But
were
I think risking that is better
everything
than
they did.
blindly
And with
moving forward and
Aerial
trying to take
Rise
those fights.
and
I don't
going
know.
up
He was in a bad
against
spot
good
regardless.
team like WildCard, you need to have that succinct, very good opening. Otherwise, you're not really going to have a good start. Snake starting off with a kill onto the smoke.
Why did you change the
seems
new one? Is so
perfect,
bad
but
you
there's
can't
no
even see what utility
trade
is on
to
the
help
floor,
Snake make sure
and it's
that
too
Aerial
big all
Rise stays in
around.
lead, so it ends up a 4v4. Remember, WildCard's trade game is one of the best in the entire league.
I will say, can I
Aerial's
say
running
this?
out, using that
Fuck
much
it, what are they
time.
gonna do?
They need
I will
to have
say,
that opening
I
to
have
be a
talked to
clean
Ubisoft
one,
recently
not one that just ends up in a
about the HUD.
4v4 with the
Doesn't mean
attackers
shit's gonna
losing a
change.
lot.
Doesn't mean that, you
We're
know,
gonna be
things
seeing
are
WildCard playing those trades,
necessarily going
quite a lot,
to
not only on the
move off
defense,
of what
but also whenever they
I
switch over to offense
what
at
I
the
said.
end of this quarter, which will be at the end of this round. We'll see
But
if we
I've
get a lot of
given
trades
some
on
feedback
attack
to
and
Ubisoft
go for
about
role
this
players
HUD,
with multiple
so
people.
and
Looking for
specifically they
pincers, that
reached
kind
out
of
and asked
stuff.
for the feedback. So
They usually,
I'm
they're usually
hopeful that they
successful. I
are.
think that their roam clear success
I
rate is pretty
think
high.
that they are listening to the community
I think
and
the
they
main thing,
hear the
though, is
complaints
just,
and
getting those
they,
trades is so
you know,
important, and I
want to
think
work to
that's
make it
something
better.
that They are really good at. I already see
Don't
Mike
know if it'll
W,
materialize
making his way
anything.
into bar and up that stock wall.
Oh
Taking
my
the fart
God.
there, and
Mike.
Spiker, not
Spiker's got
expecting
shit
Mike
on.
W to
Don't know
have
if
the
it'll
huge
change anything,
cojones that he
but
just did.
I'm hopeful.
That's an early pick here from Aerial Arise with Mike W.
I think there's some
backing up.
interesting
It
ideas, so you're not
seems like
entirely
the
unhappy.
trade
I
won't
don't
coming their
mind
way.
the concept of
WildCard
having
already
shit
starting
on
out
the
back
bottom
foot.
rather
No
than having shit on the
zombie.
sides.
This
I'm not
early is a
inherently
rough
against
loss.
that.
It's
But I think the
one of
way it's
those
been
plays
executed
that if it works,
is relatively
all
poor.
of the
I
heads
also
will
really
play,
like being able
and
to
if
see
it
what rooms
doesn't,
people are in.
you
I
call
actually
him
think that
a
has
little
been
bit
really,
silly,
really
but
helpful.
Spiker, sometimes you just fall asleep at the wheel. Don't expect the attack to be this quick, especially when in the previous round, Aerial Arise were so patient with their droning. They only really started getting in about 20 to 30 seconds from now. But without that as
I think the three biggest issues I have with the HUD are A, it's difficult to tell at a glance who we're actually spectating.
Make that top four presence work. So
Like, who are we
as
watching
always,
right now?
Just has to come
Like, it's
down
Poison,
to
but it
gun,
takes a second to figure
something
that
has
out because
been
it's
a
not
little
super obvious.
inconsistent within the last
Problem
rounds.
2, you just can't see how many
Aerial
bullets
are
are in
gonna
every
look
clip,
onto players
which is a problem.
Like Snake, like Inrio and Brios to
It's a
get the
problem in
job
like
done and
late
make
round
sure they can
gunfights
secure a
especially.
lead
You just have
going
no
into
idea
the
how
next
many
quarter.
bullets people have
See
left,
Aerial Arise
and there's
ever
no
since they
way
got
to
that
ever
first
tell.
pick 2 minutes ago, they have not gotten
And
too
number 3,
aggressive,
player
but
names
now
are
it
all the
comes
way at the
time
bottom
for
of the
this
screen.
execute.
That's like one of the
Hopping
most important things
into
on the HUD,
library, they've
and
gotten control
it's like
of
the
this top
farthest
floor.
away from the
Minus
eye.
Spiff, who's playing over by Piano, claims Inrio and gets a second. That's Mike W down. Spiff don't whiff. Minute remaining, and you've lost 2 for Aerial. Suddenly, your advantage turns into a disadvantage. And
So
Aerial
probably
Rise
2-1 on the
forced to back
defensive
up and
quarter
think
here from
about this
WildCard.
because
That's what
they
you
have
want.
Spiff just
Rough
roaming
start,
around the top
but
before, there is no guarantee that this executor
I don't know.
is
A
gonna be
couple of these
safe.
players in Aerial Rise have been really beefing some
Still have a bit of
gunfights.
utility left though. 3 Candelas,
Especially in the early
Poison.
round. Not Poison,
3
admittedly. Poison's been
Terra Mines,
actually
or
great
Terra
today so
Drones,
far.
or Brios as well.
Brios, I think, has been
How do you
struggling a
get
little
in
bit.
now?
I
Knowing that Smith is
won't blame
above,
Mike too much for
seems like maybe everyone's just
for
gonna
his
take
death
an
in
individual angle. You can
this
see
game.
Poison, or
He
sorry,
got a pretty
Brios
nuts kill to
positioned
start us
outside
off.
of Bar,
But before that
Snake
kill, he was
outside of
0
main.
2.
Maybe looking for the swing onto 45. That's going to be the play here for Snake as he makes his way in. Candela's pop in the background, and Wildcard, they realize that
Yeah, they're
going
gonna
to
have to hit site with very little intel.
Entry in, but with a goo mine into his leg, it's going to be tough. But Poison and Snake each get one.
That's fucking
Hands
bold
into
to pull out the
Moscow,
goo
fall
there.
down, Spiff and Rampy have to retake the
It does
site.
eventually
From
come
above,
back to
Snake
bite
goes
him.
down. Poison's the one with the
No, that was his
fuser, and he's
teammate who
gonna start to
died.
get that plant down, get shot from above, and it's the super shorty of all things to claim the headshot through
Tis
the
the problem
floor,
with not taking
looking
top
to
floor.
make
You
that
kind of
burn.
need
That is
smokes.
crazy.
You just really
A
need
read
smokes
from
if you're gonna
Rampy.
run
They
that
may
shit.
have had intel on that, and Wildcard will claim their second defense successful this time around on Bar Games.
I
Valiant
told
effort
Ubisoft,
from
if
Aaron
you
Rice,
change
but
the
it
HUD in
shows you
any
why
way,
you
shape,
need
or
to have
form, I am
control over that
boycotting.
top floor, because there is so much purview that the defense can have over the entire 2 sites that you just whip out the super shorty, immediately pop onto where potentially the default is if you have information as well, and boom, Aerial is dead. Speaking of Aerial, I was so confused in the midway of that round because it was going so well. Everything was clicking, but they lacked one small thing. Adam. They had all their players centered around office. They're going over by the stairs to shoot through the wall.
Is
They can
Chalet the
stand up near
easiest
the
map to
bedroom.
go for rushes
They
on?
slowly walked in. Slowly peeked the one.
I think Chalet is
singular
kind of unique
player
in that
who is
it
very
feels
good,
like every single
has the
bomb site can be
ACOG,
rushed.
and you just cannot ignore all alone. And I think
Every
Aerial
single bomb site
Rise,
has a rush
it's
that's
one of
like
those rounds where
not
you just
too
kinda gotta
bad.
kick yourself
Like
some
you can
air.
easily rush
You get
Snowmobile
it next
Garage.
time.
You can
You've got
definitely
the
rush through like Trophy for
formula.
Kitchen.
You just
You
need
can
to put
rush
it into
Games
action.
window. Top floor might be the
Oh,
toughest to
Wildcard
rush,
such a
but
way
I
to
mean, you
attack
can
here.
jump in the master
Aerial
window
Rise there,
if you've
no
got like
strangers to
good
a road,
smokes.
and that's what
I don't think it's a very strong push,
Their,
but yeah, I've seen teams
attacks
do it.
now that they get to play on defense. Go for dining
Is
kitchen
Border
first.
easier to rush?
Let's see Wildcard's up to the pace.
Yeah, Border's probably easier
That's their whole
overall.
thing. That's what I'm going to be focusing on tonight is Wildcard and how quickly they get themselves established, not only just inside the building, but taking those early fights. And you can see Snake is no stranger to that as well. With this dining kitchen hold, obviously you have a lot of areas that you need to clear, and I think that the speed from Wildcard is going to be oh so important in terms of getting themselves inside the
I feel
building
like
as quickly as
rushes
they
are
can.
generally more.
It'd be pretty
Maybe
troubling for
I'd
Chalet.
love
There's
to
a
see
lot
the
of
numbers
windows
on
to go
this.
by, though.
Unfortunately, it's hard to
You
track
see
these
that they're already
stats.
inside a bathroom.
I brought up
Rampy
this
on that
conversation
blitz.
because I saw the
It's
attacking
Enrio and
lineup, by the
There's
way,
Enrio and Brios to go
who
down, and
are not
already
really
Piano
rushing,
has
but
been
they are
claimed.
rushing through
Mike
the
W
top
gets
floor,
Spiff,
which has
but
gone
Bosco's
really
there
well
for
for
the
them.
trade, and now Poison and Snake. What just happened? They're
I think
wondering.
rushes
This is
are
a 4
generally
versus
more
2,
successful
probably
on
the quickest and most
Chalet, from
successful
my experience,
lone
than watching
clear on
rushes
the
on
dining
Border.
kitchen
I don't know if the
upstairs
data
room
holds true to
that I
that.
might have ever seen.
But I mean, you know my
Gotta be
thoughts on like
fast,
the
go as
archives
early
Osa take.
Wildcard wants to be.
I think the
You've got to be
bathroom rush
successful with it. I like how
isn't
speed
bad, but
they
often
were
gets
in that
countered.
attack. Tension was starting to
I think
build. Wonder if the
ventilation
blitz was actually
window
going to
rush on
enact,
Border
or if
is, like, a little
Wildcard was
bit-
gonna fall back
I don't
on
know.
their
Good teams, I
potential
think, counter that.
pre-Spiff self, just wait, but went forward. Caught Aerial Rise off guard.
Whereas I feel like
seemed
just
the
generally
perfect
rushes on Chalet are
opportunity,
more
and
successful.
Despite losing your
Again,
puck,
it'd be nice to have
you
data on that.
clearly have
Unfortunately, I
control.
just don't have
With
data on
the hatches
rushes.
in place, with the stairs
Hard
still in action, there's
to
more than
track
enough
via
time
numbers,
that
you know?
Despite the fact that you really can't get any vertical control because there is
Do
literally
Aerial
no
Rise
gas
have any win
felt
condition
beyond
here?
here.
I'm gonna say no.
You've got the time. You've got the intel. Poison is
I'm gonna
down,
say
and Snake
probably
just walking
not.
into West Main.
Nice that he
He's
didn't
been
get
caught by
flashed.
Rampy. The Blitz flash
He
will
runs
not
away.
go that far, but there's not a lot of options here as he just has to reload and wait.
Nick,
Yeah, he's
he
just
can be a
done.
miracle worker at times, but this is a miracle I don't think he can solve. Plants going down. Wildcard.
Every
just
side
got
on
in
Border has
so
direct
quickly, and
outside
Spectre up
access.
above
Yeah,
finalizes things, and Aerial Arise now down 3-1.
every side on Chalet does too, though, right?
I expected Aerial
Yeah.
Arise to have some fight back, but it is just their first defense, and sometimes you just need to get adjusted.
What's up, Tink?
AA had a lot of trouble
Not
on
Kitchen.
that round. Wildcard just got in so quickly. The
Oh, you mean
success
on Chalet
of that
Kitchen
entry
doesn't?
from
No, I guess
Rampy,
Chalet
and
Kitchen
I believe
doesn't.
it was Spiff as well, is just immaculate. I mean, they got in so quickly.
But
and it
trophy
was
window
4
is right
versus 2
there.
before
Front
we
door
even
is
knew
right
it.
there.
3-1.
West Main is right
That's
there.
how many kills Wildcard got to Aerial Arise.
Do I
on
agree
that
with the
video.
stage 2 map
There's a
change?
lot
Yes.
of- a lot
I think
of,
Oregon sucks. I think it's such a
downtime
boring
now for
fucking
Aerial
map
to
for
try and
viewers.
kinda
I'm
think
glad to
about
see it
what
gone.
they need to do differently. They won't switch up the bomb
And
sites
Lair,
like Wildcard did
maybe Lair will
on
be a
their
shit map,
defense.
but we don't
Instead,
know
they're
until we
gonna
see it.
re-hit Dining and Kitchen. Pretty much
And
running the
ultimately, I
exact
think
same strategy
genuinely every
as
map
well.
will get better in
See
like
adjustment here
ranked
from
and in
Wildcard.
general
No blitz being brought this
by
time around. It might be a
having
little
pro
bit more
players play
methodical
on
to
it.
clear from Wildcard. But I just want to talk about the pacing of how quickly Wildcard got themselves
Why is it
established.
just a
They were on rappels
5-rounder?
and outside windows
No,
probably
so
within
side
25
swap every
seconds of the
3
round from the
rounds here.
beginning. They wasted absolutely
So,
no time finding
Aerial
themselves
Arise played 3
near
rounds
the
on
building
attack.
and
Now
applying
Wildcard will play
pressure.
3 rounds on
That's
attack.
something that's
Then
gonna be
it'll
a
swap
common trend
again,
from
so
Wildcard
Aerial
for
Arise will
this
play
attack,
another
something
3
that
rounds on
Aerial Arise are
attack.
gonna have to
And
get
Wildcard
adjusted
will play another 3 rounds on attack after that.
And the worst part about coming back
It's
to,
a new
the
format
set
being
like
tested
this
by Element
is that
3.
you don't really know what the attack is actually going to bring. Is something that's not the blitz rush.
It is a bit
you don't know
strange.
the
I'm not a
true
huge
level
fan of it,
operators,
but
what
one of the
impact
philosophies of
Striker is
Element
going to
as like a
have
tournament
versus the blitz.
has
You
always
just have
been
to wait
experimentation
and see, but
and
Aerial
trying
Arise
new
really
stuff.
have that
So
level of
I don't mind them
boom.
trying new
They
stuff.
are
I'm
down
glad that they are.
2 rounds, and there
I
is
think
the
this type
potential
of a
that they'll be
tournament, you
down
know,
5-1
Tier 2
still,
with Tier 1
30
teams playing
seconds
during
in
the offseason
with
is
the
like kind of the
drone
perfect format to
already
test this
in
shit.
Fire plane. Hunting a player down. You see the red ping spotted. Not exactly having the location of the
Okay,
player,
Spiff
but
whiff
there's
sometimes.
hands in right from behind. It is a
Sometimes
1-for-1
Spiff whiff,
as
but
Brios
he's
is
got
able
teammates to
strike
bail him out, so
right
it's okay.
back. It may take a little bit too long. Allow Aerial
That
Arise
was
to
kinda
recover
tough, but he
from what
got it
looked like
done.
a very obvious entry point.
It's a big one.
He's
for
down to
Brios. I
5
think that's gonna
HP.
have
If
to be
he
the
breathes
response
any little bit
constantly
of
from
toxic
Aerial
babe,
Arise.
he's
He's playing
dead.
pickup.
If
Wildcard
he
are
gets
gonna
hit by
go
an
for those
impact from
aggressive
Inrio,
plays, they're
he's
gonna go for
dead.
those aggressive picks.
And of course,
You
if he
just
gets
need to
tickled
be
by a
on
bullet, he's
standby,
dead.
ready to get that trade. You'll see Brios will
If Spiff
immediately
gets
back
shot
up
in
to
the
that
ear, Donald
defensive
Trump
layer
style,
of
he's
the
down
top
on the
four.
ground,
He's not
okay?
gonna give
He's
Wildcard
not making it
any
to the
more
van.
inches. Mike W is playing a little bit aggressively though outside of Mez.
9
As that
drones
rotates
alive.
with
They
one
have
kick.
to, and a minute 30 on the
Now, a
clock.
little
Mike
bit
is going to
flustered
get
losing
droned.
Rampy. Obviously, you lose a bit of utility.
There's no
with,
way they're not gonna find
the,
Mike here.
Striker. I'm not sure what he was bringing to the table, but I think it was
Frags
There's
Frags
no
yeah,
way
makes
they're not
sense.
going to find Mike
Yeah.
here. Oh my
With that
god.
gone, I mean, that's pretty troubling. But now Spiff immediately going to start to pick up the pace with the drone. work
Okay,
that they've
he
got. They
fired
know
his
that
shot a
the
little
shield is
early, so now
clear.
they know.
Now Spiff's going to make his way in. Unfortunately, the flash is going to blind him here, so he's not going to be able to actually make a play here. And with 5 HP, what can he do? Spiker's down next, and Enrio on for 2, swinging that piano door. Brios is nearby.
This
as
is a
well,
really
and that
shit
Jansen
linear
finished
push.
off. It's all down to Bosco. Aerial Arise, they
They have
held
like
as
no
well,
util
just
to help them.
holding
They're all
angles.
pushing
That's
the
third
exact
for
same
Brios.
direction. There's no back pressure on
AA,
like
a
the
huge
bathroom
response
windows, the
back
master
on this
window,
round.
the office
Wildcard,
balcony,
They got aggressive early. They played their game.
solar
Aerial Rise was able to get
windows.
trays, and they were able to back up at the perfect time. Really good.
That's also
rotations
not a
there from
bomb site.
AA.
That's
They
not
get
a
themselves
part of the
a
map
stop
you
run.
have to clear
There's
necessarily.
also a bit of a
If you just
run
hold and then you
from
breach
Wild.
dining, that I think
From Wild.
you know goes a little bit
Like,
better.
You're battered and bruised. Player on
It's
20 HP, player on
kind of an
5
awkward
HP.
push.
But to funnel through piano double door, like that's the best.
Emerald
option
could have been
here.
fun.
I think. That
Yeah, I think
with
Emerald
the
Plains could have
amount
been
of time
fun.
remaining, there
Emerald
was
Plains I
still
think is my
enough
least
where
favorite
you
map
could
to play
potentially go
in the pool.
for a
Well,
balcony push, maybe go
Canal's
for a
probably worse,
piano
but-
window push, but instead all four
Personally, I'm not a fan
players
of Emerald Plains.
decided to push through
but
an area that was very
Again, like I think if it
obviously
was
covered
played in
by Aerial
professional
Rise. I
play,
mean, the
it would get
three
better.
of
We
them
would
I
all
had
learn about it more,
really
and we would
made
all
that
enjoy it more.
known. It is a mistake from WildCard, but it is a mistake that they do have a little bit of time to give. They did
5
have
weeks in
that
recovery?
2
Good to
rounds
hear that,
lead, but
Dink.
Now, they don't really have that anymore. Because after this, it's going to be a 3-3.
Good night, Hateful.
Pressure that they want to put on the defensive teams very early on, as they've stated themselves.
You've been a matchmaking
So
queue for
far,
12 minutes in EU.
It's kind of half and half. Because it was a blitz rush and then a regular push.
It's like
The
what?
blitz rush worked, just
12:30
ice
a.m.
factor.
in
Regular
EU,
push, just
11:30 in the
didn't
UK.
work out, and that's what you're going to see a majority of the time.
Wildcard got their shock factor out the way. away, but Aerial Arise, they woke up for that second round. Check off the cobwebs of their defense. Historically, in Aerial
Emerald
Arise
Plains
rosters,
takes
their
2
defenses
minutes
have
to
kind
clear
of
the
been,
map. I don't think Emerald
weak
Plains is
point.
that big.
I'm not sure if it's the same thing with this one. Obviously, this iteration of Aerial Arise.
I feel
completely
Emerald Plains is
different
just
from the
like a
previous
modern
one. It was only
coastline.
Poison and Bryos returning, and Inrio actually, excuse me, and then Snake and Mike W, newest additions to the team. I say newest, but they've been at this for a while now. Aerial Arise have got a lot of experience together.
Anyways,
GPL,
this round
second
feels
place.
super
one thing
critical for
they
Aerial
got.
Arise. You
They
need the
know what they're
3-3 split
doing.
going
They
into the second
understand
half.
their own game, and they played it pretty well that last round, and that's kind of what we expect to see out of them. Reppy already
They've
making
got
his way
3
into the
players
logo,
entering into the basement.
and you know, in general,
If
WildCard
Bosco
is
comes
very
in, okay, that's
decisive about
3.
How they go for these pushes, they make their way inside as quickly as possible. They waste absolutely no time getting utility down, waiting for Bosco on these EMPs.
I'm
as well,
surprised.
so Cam's in
I was
open
about to say
the
I'm
stock
surprised we're
wall.
not seeing a
WildCard
zombie.
have
I literally
established
just
themselves
didn't
in the
see it on the
basement.
HUD.
Now the question
My bad.
is, where do you go from that take? Because it is possible for you to just rush in from the barred door. But
Did he see the
there's
claw
gotta be
there?
another avenue here, and it seems
I
like
don't
most of
believe
AA
he
are
did.
positioned right outside
Ah, but he got it
of
anyways.
the main
Maybe he
door.
saw it. In any
Smith
case, they guessed
Already
correctly.
going down outside the
Ooh, he
main
gets the
door.
vert angle though.
Candela's coming out to blind Inrio as well, but that's a pick going in the way of AA. Immediately traded though. Rios, powerful player last round. Now,
A little bit
not on the
awkward
board
if they
for
can't
one.
get this back bar open. They used one Selma.
for one,
I
but
would expect them
WildCard
to
just
use 2, to
seems
be honest.
stumped. I don't really think
There's
there's
not a whole lot
lot
else
of
you need these Selma
positions
charges for.
with their
Maybe for
actual
like
play.
Kiba's top floor.
Imrio is still
Maybe you
going
can
to be
wanna make an
up
angle
front
somewhere in
at
sight too,
mezzanine
but
area, surrounded
I
by
guess
these
there's also
forebears,
Castle
surrounded
Barricades.
by castles in this
He's
push,
kinda
and
gone
Sniper
now, though.
has
He's
to be
moved up.
crucial. Hansen and Inrio are each going to find one. We're stuck at a 3v3, but a player is still inside. Spiker will get the prone to Inrio, and now just a 3v1 of Mike W walking on in.
Really good
We'll
clear
see
with
if
the
he can make
Dokkaebi.
some magic. It's not gonna
Honestly,
happen.
just pushing through the
WildCard ends
basement,
up
pushing
at a
through top floor.
4-2 split.
Dope calling, finding
Their
your
attacking
frags.
changes
Dokkaebi is, I
seem
swear to
to work
God,
out in the
one
long
of the
run, at
strongest
least
attackers
so
in the
far,
game.
Adam.
So good at trades. I mean, that's just how it is. Aerial Rise are also good at trades, but I mean, that was just what I
Shelly and
expected
Club
to
are
see
the
out of
only maps
WildCard.
that have been played in E3
Whenever they go
groups.
for
We
these
got
pushes,
one
they are
Oregon at the end of
committed
yesterday,
to it. They
actually.
understand
One
what they're going to
Oregon,
do.
but otherwise,
They don't
yes.
waste any time getting themselves inside of the building, and once they are, it's go, go, go. There's no peeling back. There is no hesitation from any of these 5 players. They understand that they have a goal, and
How you
they
doing, Axel?
go for it, and that kind of showed itself there. Trade after trade after trade. Eventually, all that was left was your disjointed defenders down below who weren't there for the
Well,
roam,
this
while the rest
is
of AA
looking pretty good for
positioned
WildCard.
nearby.
Again, this is the thing
Let's
about
go
the
for
fucking
those
3-3
refrags.
format. It's
WildCard
really,
kinda
really
playing
tough
their
to
game.
recover
I
if
mean,
you go down in
honestly,
the
it's
first
just how
half.
they've
It's
just
not
been
that
playing their
like it's
game,
not
and
impossible,
Spiff
but
has
it
been
is
fitting
difficult.
into the system so well from the evidence that we've gathered from
It's
this game.
not
Pace
easy,
has
I'll
been
tell you
taken
that.
to another level, and now AA have to respond in their third quarter.
I will postulate a theory. Is it Spiff that is really doing all of the legwork, or is it Spiff's introduction that kind of invigorates a new
Your boss is
energy
not at work, so you
into
meal prep for the
WildCard,
past hour.
pushing them forward? to
Damn
be
right.
a lot
Work on
more
company time.
aggressive
Do all the
with
chores you
their
can.
Natural playstyles, because I mean, Spiff is only 4-4. He has been a couple of opening deaths. He's also got one opening kill, but it feels like it's not really him that's doing a lot of the work.
I think it's just in general the fact that WildCard, whenever they were, you know, obviously like, and this is all
I feel
theory,
overall it's been a
I
pretty
can't-
tame
I
game.
can't speculate
I haven't
as to
seen
what
anything that's like
actually
too
happens
crazy
in
so far in this
WildCard camp, but
matchup.
From the way I see it,
I think WildCard are
lose
playing
vertical,
better
I
overall.
suppose.
The coordination on the clears have been
vertical
pretty
leaves,
good.
vertical gets dropped, whatever the case may be.
They got what?
And
2 defenses,
WildCard
2
now will
attacks.
go, okay, well, the system that we want to go for, we want to get a little bit faster.
There have been
than we
definitely
were
some
before.
whiffs
We were really
on
slow
both sides, but I
with
think they've been worse on the
considerations.
side of
It's time
Aerial
to speed
Rise.
things up. Who will fit into that system well? And they went through their trial process. They get this, that, and the other. They settle on Spiff.
Yeah, fair enough,
And
Axel.
this is kind of his chance to make his mark. Spiff has, I guess it's been very
Made the best
clear,
tweet of all
and
time for
WildCard have
Element
been very
3. I'm
adamant
gonna
that
look at
Spiff
this
is on
tweet,
trial
and if it's
basis,
if I
so
don't
a lot of
chuckle,
what they're learning about Spiff, they're learning as they go. And I think that
timing you out.
adaptability is just going to help them because there isn't much for Spiff to adapt to. WildCard are playing a completely different system. Spiff is
You
just
see
the
no
player slotted
difference.
into that
Jazzman
role
and Light
to help them
Rose,
out with that.
dog and
I think
cat.
that he's been doing a fantastic job.
The
Still
cat was
Kansas
cute.
Rampy
I'm gonna
on
leave
top
you
of the
unbanned.
leaderboard, and I want to, say Rampy's been having a really good performance this game.
Even BBC plays
all
better
of
than
them.
Ariel.
I think
I don't know
just
about
'cause the
that.
kills say a
I don't
different
know about
thing,
that one.
doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
In general, WildCard have just been
I would
putting
love
this
for that
together
to be
so
true. Nobody wants that to be more true than me.
Want Swift to do well, 'cause
But,
it's very fun to yell
He's not.
no
So this
way.
is kind of cool. That's the counter the buck down
Adam is
below.
very familiar.
He drops a Kiba barrier
yeah.
on the
My
floor so that
rosters,
he has
I
some
know,
safe
yeah.
place to play and he won't get bucked from below.
Exactly. This is Spiff's.
Inrio also on the sledge. We talked about how fucking garbo dogshit sledge is as an operator. He's being brought here today.
Get
East
anything
Coast.
done. East
Make a
Coast.
history.
Okay, my bad. Yeah, how could I forget?
I think the value he's getting here, he wants
Your
nades for the
old
Kiba barriers, and he wants to be able to
Speaking of
destroy
Swift,
all
he
the
had to
outside
move
castle
due to
barricades.
the Rotero, so
And
so
perhaps,
far,
like, window
this
Kibas
aerial
as well.
rise attack,
As we're
it's
seeing his
been
nades get
pretty
utilized
slow.
now.
Not a lot has happened. You're first going to see the engagement happening from Inrio, but meanwhile, off
It is a
screen,
good
both
example,
Kansan
however,
and
where, like,
Rios are
even
gonna
when
get
Sledge is
one
getting
apiece.
brought, he's
We
not
are
being
all
brought
in
for
an
his vert
aerial
play,
rise, have
because
finally
Buck and
made
Ram
their
just do
names
that
known,
so
and
much
they're
better.
ready to get this attack started and potentially over.
Oh, big swing from
I think
Bosco,
it makes
double
sense
kill
though.
on the round.
I
He
do
also
like
needed
this
to make that
this sledge
happen.
pick.
Killing Snake
I
inside
think
the
he's
end
gonna.
now
I think he's
sets
gotten
the
good
pace
value
for
out of
quite
it
a
so
bit 'cause
far.
it
His
puts
two nades
Inrio
have
and
both
Mike
gotten him
W
good
who are
value.
not close to Snake
Helped
in a
pull some of
position
that
where they
attention to
now
kill
need
the
to make
Azami
this
as
cross
well.
from
Got
mezzanine
frag of
into
his own,
IV.
and now
You
they're
can
gonna
see that
2v2
Bosco-
with
sorry,
still
because
one
Ranky
logic bomb
is
available.
positioned below, waiting for that flank. And Bosco can just stall with his
And a lot
gas
of
grenades
drones
to
available
allow Rampy
too,
to go for this
honestly.
flank. If they can just find a gap
Yeah,
in the
they're gonna
intel,
take some
this
time
could
to
be a
drone.
really
They're gonna
huge
logic
fight for
bomb.
Rampy.
Here's
They
the
have
last
no
logic bomb, and they're gonna see
idea
who they can find.
just yet that he's
Oh,
remaining there.
no.
And
They
through
have
the
no idea
hatch,
Rampy was
Rampy
below.
finds Inrio. Now Mike W gonna try and
That's
get
the
that
fuse
ISO
kit
pick
down
onto
too.
Bosco.
Ah,
But as
GG,
this
that
is
was.
happening, Rampy is trying to find a way down below. Bosco's playing this so safe with a shotgun as he should be. This is game sense 101 here. And now Mike W, left with 15 seconds remaining, has to scramble, not only worrying about Rampy, but also about recovering
He has
the
no
diffuser,
fucking idea
about
where
Bosco
Rampy
with that
went.
shotgun. Now that Rampy's all
It's
the way
unfortunate, 'cause I
upstairs,
kinda liked the
situation
sledge
has
play in
gone
this
from
round,
bad to worse for Mike W,
but
and that
at least
shotgun's
it's
gonna
-1
sting.
for the
Bosco with his
stats
third kill of
of
the round,
Sledge, so I can
and
continue my
WildCard
narrative of this
is
operator being
continuing to
dog shit.
pummel Aerial Arise on Chalet.
Looking a little bit dire. Not the end of the world. Wildcard have been in a pretty similar situation. I believe it was this exact scoreline that Upper Decky started to really charge back, won 5 in a row, avoided overtime, and simply won it right there. And then
What was
Aerial
Bosco
Rising
running
to
for
wake
his
up
charm?
right now. Their attack, while it was
I
initially
did not see.
slow, they had that
I was reading chat.
explosive entry that you usually would expect.
Who's the best
from a team
operator
that
in your
has
mind?
A goal in mind, but like we've seen from their earlier rounds, it's just a bit off. It's got that chaos that you don't want.
Monty
as
is the
an
best
attacking
attacker, and
team.
Azami is
There
the best
plenty of
defender.
times
I don't
where
know
a team
who
will
is
be able to
better,
create chaos
bar for
and use
bar.
that to their advantage.
Probably
That was not
Azami.
the case here. It was a lot of entries happening at the exact same time.
Probably
but not
Azami is
having
more,
the
just
trades
generally
right.
more useful, in
Initially,
like more
Wildcard
situations than Monty
did
is.
fall back. It was
But
like
I
a
think if you're like a
3v3,
really
but
good
then
Monty player,
started winning their
Monty,
runs
you can
simply
probably
because
make
there
Monty
were
be
no
more
Aerial
effective
Rise
than
players
Azami.
around
Honestly, it's whatever
those
you're better
remaining
at.
three members
If you're a good
get
Azami,
those
Azami's probably a
trades.
stronger operator. If you're a good
There's
Monty,
so
Monty's
much
probably a better
potential
operator.
with Aerial
Monty
Rise
needs like
attacks,
coordination
Adam,
and
I
like
think
good
that's
teammates too,
part
obviously.
of
Whereas
what
Azami can be
really
more
makes it
solo.
difficult to see them barely fail right
But
at the
those
end.
are the best operators in the game right now.
Also, just wanted to highlight a
Not
noticeable
Osa.
difference in the pacing between Aerial Rise and Wildcard, and that's not to say that it's a weakness. But historically,
SG World
Aerial
Champs
Rise
charm?
has been
Let's go.
Super methodical about their attacks. They take.
Yeah,
a
it's one of
lot
those charms
time
they'll probably
to get
never take
themselves
off.
set up. Sometimes it might be until the 45-second mark in the round that you see Aerial Rise finally get a pick, and that's just their playstyle. And that difference of playstyle.
Okay, I
could
think we're
be
taking full
what
top
is
control here.
Changing the fortunes here for Wildcard.
What the
and
fuck?
outside,
Okay.
oh my goodness!
Okay.
Spiker from G Fuel Review Kid to absolutely destroy
G
people
Fuel
on the
Review
server.
Kid.
Wildcard have got themselves a
Holy
pick
shit.
thanks to their
Jazzman's
IGL
so much
Spiker.
fun.
Lots
Oh,
I've
such
been
a fun
impressed by
caster.
Spiker in recent years, and honestly, he's a very powerful player, and you can kind of see why. It's the level of confidence that he brings to the team. Now Aerial Rise already
That's
the
diffuse kit downed on the roof as well. Obviously, it is, you know,
Most of
accessible. They can pick
Wildcard
that back
have
up,
that
but it's going to be
confidence in
annoying.
them.
Like, Mike has to
Only
take a lot
player
of
who's
time out of his
negative
day to come
is
get this.
Spiff and Rampy,
They do
who
trade out for Rampy.
Initially was the leading KD at 7 and 3 will fall. So there's the trade that Aerial Rise.
I changed my
really
mind,
do
by the way.
need.
I do not think they're going to full clear
Inrio's
top
in a
anymore.
bit of an uncomfortable position. There's
They're
nobody
going to open it with the
inside
ace,
this
and then they're going to
site.
try to plant dining,
Can't
most
just
likely.
Go and take that. We have seen
They still
where
have two
Aerial Rise
Selmas.
have tried to essentially kneecap Wildcard by going for the site while there are still
Aerial
players
Rise are in a pretty
on
good
the,
spot, all
the
things considered.
Second floor. And WildCard,
They've got-
they're using
Oh, they're out of
those
smokes.
for
Wait, where the
Bird,
fuck did
using
Ying use
those
her
phosphors
smokes?
To create some holes, and Spiker
Also, Inrio kinda
on
needs
his
to live
second
there.
kill of the round spots Inrio, so
I'm actually
Aerial
so
Rise's
baffled that
spot
Inrio's smokes
within
or
the
poison
ranks
smokes are
of
gone.
WildCard will fall, so now you lose information, you lose a lot.
Because you
of
wanted
striking
those
power,
smokes to go
and
for your
Snake,
execute instead of dining.
unfortunately, misses that kill.
Oh, doesn't miss that one.
Round
though.
is not
Spliff on the hatch
over.
gets taken down. This
They've
could
got
be a difference
Diffuse
maker
Kit
here.
up
Snake
above. No,
is
they
the
are
player
full
that
clearing
can
top
really
here.
Flip the tides of a game, and he's made so much control here. Spots one inside of.
I think
Squad.
WildCard just got to play this
With Mike
passive, to
W
be honest.
above.
WildCard
Snake
just need
is
to
just
waste as
looking for a
much
trade
time as
here.
possible.
30
Let Kansan and
seconds
Bosco
remaining now.
exist on the bottom
All of
floor.
the players have fallen back downstairs, from what I can tell.
Okay, they
Spiker
all
through that
fell
hatch
off.
Could be extremely dangerous. His third kill of the round, but Snake is there
Taking
for the
full
trade.
top control
It's
on
a 2
Kitchen
versus
is
2.
like...
You've lost the
It
ace,
obviously
but
puts
most
you
of
in a
the
very
hard
strong
work has
position,
been
but it
done.
takes
Snake and
forever.
Poison now
Now
starting
they
to
got
make their
3
way over to this
Candelas
trophy.
and 1 flashbang
It's
to
just
execute
Kansan
in
and
20
Bosco.
seconds.
Two
In a
players who are
2v1.
historically
Likely no
those
intel.
clutch anchors. Yeah,
They gotta
Bosco
pray
with
these
Bosco
Candelas land.
Bosco with a shotgun. Kansan
They did
still
not
inside
land.
the trophy,
Ooh,
but
but
that's a
Poison's
huge
ba-
fight there for
nasty?
Poison to win. Candela in hand though. Bosco looking for his
Winnable
second,
for Snake.
taking the gas.
Winnable for
He's got 2
Snake.
seconds left. He has to make a choice, and he chooses
The GOAT
wrong.
says no.
The shotgun in hand. It's a dangerous combination, and he shows you why. Brings Wildcard into match point, and it has
Azami if
been
it's on
a-
Sploit, Monty if
I
it's
mean,
on
this game has just
Pengu.
been the path of least resistance for Wildcard compared to their match against
I'll take
Upper
that. I'll
Decky.
accept that.
That is their 3rd round in a row. And Aerial Arise now.
Maybe
needs to
change
take
Monty
timeouts
to if
get
it's
a
on
breather because
Canadian.
Holy, they are getting beat down.
It's getting closer and closer. I mean, initially it was like 3 players alive, then 2, then 1.
I
But
think
it's about
Poison's playing a
winning.
great game.
Adam,
I know
and
he's
so
4 and
far,
7.
Aerial Arise
Like he
just
is
have not
negative.
been able to find
But like
that solution
when he's been in
to the
actual
problem of
winnable
WildCard.
situations,
There was
he's
something
been
I was
hitting his
looking at
shots.
in the last
A lot of
30
his deaths
seconds,
have been
it was the
positions where,
amount
like,
of
you know, you're not winning the
shells, or
round anyways.
skeleton key slugs that Snake had in their pocket, and it is simply that there was no
Ying Pamba,
time to
true.
use them. Aerial Arise took so
Although
long to
Ying's win
navigate
rate in
through
professional
that
play
top floor
has
that
fallen
when they
off a
actually
cliff
initiated to
since
get
Invite.
WildCard
Since the
pushed
start of
out
the season,
of
Ying's
that
win rate is
bathroom and bedroom area,
tanked, bro.
it was really dire time. They simply had to drop
Ying's
down,
still a good
go for
operator.
these
Her win
really
rate's just
risky
like
kills,
really,
and
really low for
couldn't
some
actually
reason. I
use
don't
that
know why.
utility to
I think people
win
have
the
just gotten
fight
better at
itself.
countering her, and people just play a
It
lot
was
of
great that
Warden
it
these
came
days.
down to how close it was, given the
But they
fact
did
that
it Invite
Aerial
too.
Rise
I don't know.
essentially
I think
used
people have just
nothing
gotten to
when
expect
it came
it
to
more.
the actual site, but there is
Playing
still
around
a
it more.
massive issue on their actual initiations.
Now Aerial Arise, they don't have a lot of time to fix those mistakes. They've got 1 round separating Wildcard from the victory. And remind you that in the Swiss stage,
I do think
Wildcard
Dark
and
Zero
Aerial Arise,
played
they
around
met.
the metas really
Wildcard
well
won
though,
the series 2-1.
because Dark Zero like during
But
Invite
that one-
abused the Ying on
That
their
one map
attacks,
won by Aerial Arise
and they like
was
were
Chalet.
one of the
It was
best
7-4,
attacking teams at
so
SI.
a pretty dominant victory.
And
from
then through
them.
all
I
of
would say
stage
an average
1,
victory.
teams
It
had to
wasn't
ban
dominant.
Ying
7-4
against Dark Zero.
It's a good victory nonetheless.
But since Dark
against a
Zero
tier 1
only banned
team.
Dokkaebi, they then got to
Now,
run
here at
Monty for like
Wildcard,
all of
leading
fucking
by
stage
4,
1.
6-2 against
So as
Aerial
soon as
Arise.
Monty got buffed,
This is one of those games
Dark
I
Zero got
expected
to
where
play
it's
like
okay,
perma Monty,
anybody
and
can win
it
this
just
game.
so
It's gonna
happens
go
that
into
Canadian's
overtime.
like the best
It's
Monty
not gonna
player
be
in
a
the
close
fucking
match,
world.
or it's not going to be a quick match. It's going to be Wildcard.
Dark Zero have
just,
played
you
the
know,
attacker meta
Wildcard and Aerial just
very, very well
slugging
over
it
the
out
last like
together,
6
but
months.
No, actually, Wildcard 6-2.
They're a very
Taking
annoying
advantage of this
team to
quarter
play
system,
against for that
4
reason.
defensive rounds going their way. They're playing super strong
Other teams
here, and
have
if
too,
this is
obviously,
any
but I just
tell,
think
you know,
Dark
any
Zero have like
sign
uniquely
maybe
good
Wildcard have
timing.
this game in the bag. They still have 1 more defense to go, and it is barred games. Only time Aerial Arise won a barred games was on attack, however. So there's a chance for AA to make something happen on this round.
Wildcard do need a very swift and succinct win. Losing to Upper Decky, that's going to do a lot.
Can we get
Talk
some
about
F's in
reputation.
chat
They
for
need to
all
win
the
that bag,
gamblers
and it
who bet
starts
their channel
by
points on
making
Aerial
sure that
Arise winning
Aerial
this game?
Arise, who, by and large, is one of T2's top
They
teams,
did their
especially with the
best,
amount of star power
but
they are thrown right into the dirt.
wild card
And a
just in all
lot
the small
of the wins
moments.
come down to these
looked a little
early
bit more
entries
confident,
and
a little bit
whether or
more
not
together.
They can be traded. There's so much potential with what Aerial Arise are hanging around this bedroom area. They're using a lot of breaching charges, using a lot
Canadian
of
probably
flashes,
paid someone
not
in
do
Ubisoft for the
anything
shield
just
rework.
yet. Time has been their one killer, and I worry it's really going to hurt them again. They need to
I mean,
start
it's a
making
short
some
drive
moves.
for Troy
This Wildcard can simply move back
to
over
drive
their
up to to
move
Montreal
back over
and,
the
you know,
other
have a
side
little
of the map,
conversation
while
with the
Aerial Rise is
Ubisoft
still
devs, if
fighting
you know what
for
I mean.
Scraps over by Bedroom and Piano.
If there's
Round one
anybody
we're
who
gonna
could
have
do
for
it,
Aerial Rises,
it'd
they're able
probably
to
be
catch
him.
At least 1 or 2 on this rotate to make this round a little easier, but instead they're
Him
getting
and
caught out.
Spirits are
Snake,
probably the two
we mentioned
closest
how
players
powerful of a player he is. 6 and 9
to
is nothing
Ubisoft
to,
head offices.
scoff at, especially when you're down
At
4
least the
rounds.
Siege team.
With him going down early on this buck, without being able to utilize a lot of that verticality, that is a really, really bad loss for Aerial Arise. Now they've lost 2 minutes.
Now they're
on the
stalling.
clock. Aerial Arise. They're a slow
They're
team.
out of
They're
util
known for that
mostly.
slow play style, but
They
it's
haven't
starting
set
to
up a
hurt them
single
just
track
little
stinger.
bit. They've still got a lot of utility that they need to clear out. That shield inside of blue is still up. You can see
Default
Poise is gonna
down,
be the
but
first one to challenge
what
it.
does
Actually,
it
it's
matter?
Eva instead.
Not bringing a
Smith
Flores
playing
feels
there,
really
just
bad
wasting
here.
time. Brios is in though, and he's gotten 2 picks. Brios
Spiff
can
kinda
win a
plays
round
that
off the back of
horribly.
himself quite
Wait,
often,
they've
and
managed
having
to
that
actually
soft
find a
forward
way
control,
in.
now that Mike
Spiff
W
has just
has
opened the
taken
fucking
down
door, and now they're
Bosco.
taking
There's a
sight.
sign of life here for Aerial Arise. It's a 4 versus 2.
Can Rampy
Poison
and
has to
Cans and
use her
Clutch?
so they
They've
can
got a
go for
good
split.
crossfire setup, but they've got to fight a
20
lot of
seconds
different
left. They've
angles.
gotta get a move on.
And obviously it's a
Cans and outside the
2v4.
site. Rampy sitting
But
inside
time
the
is
stock.
very
They
low.
have to isolate one of these picks, but it doesn't seem like that's the move. Instead, going for that
15
plant first. Not a lot of
seconds.
denial to work with here from WildCard. No C4s on the board, and with Kansan going down, Rampy's the last
Doable
one
for
left, but he's
Rampy.
got a triple
Doable
on the
for
round.
Rampy.
Look,
Does he get the ace? He's on a bullet shot. Super shorty.
And Mike W at the last second gets that frag. I nearly jumped
I'd have
out of
popped
my
off.
seat. I've got
I'd have popped
20,
off too.
Rampy was back, but Rampy nearly had it.
Tough.
A heartbreaker for him. Almost
That'd have been a
gets it,
sick way to
almost
win the
wins
game, though.
But AA, hold on for just a little bit longer.
It almost
All
seemed
right, now
inevitable
Aerial
as
Arise,
once he
make this
started
comeback or no
firing,
balls.
It seemed like he could not stop finding bodies. And Aerial Arise, they barely stay alive. By the
WildCard is only 5
of their
roster moves
fingers
away from
to
being a
get to
really
play
good
another
team.
round,
Don't
and
say that.
I don't think they should. They
Don't
had
say
an
that.
advantage, a massive one at that, thanks to one man. And it kind of just came tumbling all down. Like, Brios did a lot there, but Aerial Arise played that last 20 seconds just so poorly. And Rampy missed, like, one shot in that spray. And I think if he
20
hits that one
stream
shot,
streak from
WildCard
Axon? Holy
win,
shit.
Which would have been
That might be the biggest stream streak
unbelievable
I've seen.
clutch. Given that new breath of life, what are Aerial actually going to do here? They're on the defense instead, which isn't exactly a breath of fresh air, because both the attack and the defense have had, honestly, their same share of mistakes.
If
Like,
Rampy
Aerial
was on a
can't
better
get that
operator
entry
that had more bullets in his clip, if
have
Rampy
it
was on any
difficult
op other
to
than
actually
Castle, I think he
trade
wins that.
out.
I think he
Simply
ace clutches
comes
if
down
he's
to
on any
luck.
op other than
That's
Castle.
how Aerial Arise has been able to really find any win.
Okay. Aerial Arise have their backs against the walls. This is a must-win. Their opponents are on match point. They've gone Doc, Rook, Jaeger, Wamai, Frost. This is exactly the lineup that gets played in silver-ranked lobbies all the time. I would know.
Mentioned that wild card, you know, they were rotating out of that
We'll see
position.
how it
That's
works
kinda
for
where
them.
You need to find your picks.
I'm a big Rook hater. I think this op is kind of bad.
Wild card now returned.
But I think Sledge is bad,
their
and they've ran
tower.
Sledge throughout this game
We've seen them be
as well,
pretty
and I
good
thought
on
they
these
got good
attacks.
value
I
out of
mean,
it.
they
So
are
we'll
a
see.
Fearful team whenever they're on this attack.
It's a
The team,
very-
they waste no time getting into the building and starting their push early.
It's
feels like
honestly
they're
a
never
good
safe
lineup
when
that
defending
provides
against wild card.
strong gunfight
You can
ability
see why
with
Spiff has already made
pretty
his way
strong
over towards
ability,
Piano.
like
The
bunkered
drill
down.
is
Their
instant.
shield top stairs is very
now
protected,
getting in. They're gonna
and
start to
library
target
corner is
that
really
upstairs
protected.
hold.
There's going to need to
Unlike
be a lot of
Wildcard,
util spam to go
Aerial
through.
Arise will not resist,
Spiff
and they
playing
won't be
the
holding
striker
over
here is
towards
pretty
that piano
nice.
side. Instead, just waiting.
The Flores
And
here is nice
for-
too.
for
Honestly,
WildCard
WildCard
to
have a
walk
good op
into them
lineup
through
to
Ivy.
deny this.
Rampy on this Rotero drone.
He
to
didn't see
get
the frost mat,
shield.
I don't
11
think.
kills for the man. Rampy having an incredible game. Let's see if he can close it out here for WildCard.
No, he did.
A bit uncharacteristic.
Yeah,
of
WildCard are
WildCard.
doing everything right here.
We're halfway through
The one thing
round.
they
They
don't
haven't
have is they don't have
actually
great
taken
like
gunfight
flank watch. They didn't bring the
just
grid or
yet.
the nomad or
I
anything.
expect that to change.
And with
honestly,
5
I
players
hope
alive,
it
it's kind of
does
hard
change, because
to
otherwise they
watch
are
for
going
a
to
flank drone.
struggle getting some kills. Spiker kills Poison. There's the trade that Aerial Arise desperately need. It is Snake to get the kill, and they need.
flashes are gonna be hard to
stay
land.
Strong in their power positions. Aerial Arise.
Doc just stinned
cannot
himself
give
up.
an
I don't know
inch
where he
because
is. He's still in
WildCard
library.
Will take a mile. And now sub 60 seconds.
I don't know what
That's
the
a
fuck
brutal
Brios
kill
is
onto
doing, though.
Brios. A direct trade once again.
Thankfully,
and
his
Aerial
teammates
Arise
are better than
suddenly
he is.
Find themselves very
Mike and
briefly
Snake in the 2v2?
lead when it comes to men.
Kansan nearly dying through the vert though. 47
They
seconds
pull this
left,
back.
and it's turned into a 2 versus 2, each getting their trade. Now it's just Mike W.
They're in a
and Snake
strong site
remaining.
position. It's really hard to drop on this.
No
The
Verts
one
working
thing
here
is
for
that
WildCard.
Bosco has 2
You have
smokes still in
Heartbreaks
his
to get
Capital
that
bolts.
bar hatch open though, which could be a big point of contention.
Is the bulletproof still up? No, the
Well,
bulletproof has
Capital
been
bolts,
destroyed
2
already.
Smoke grenades remaining. You have actually some breaching charges from Kansan to work with.
How
too.
do you play
You can
this?
see they're wasting no time.
They're gonna
getting
try to
their
smoke
utility
plants, I
down and
think.
getting ready for
They're
that
gonna try to
execute.
plant the
Bosco's
smoke
gonna
while
smoke
Kansan
off
covers.
that stock door, and I think Kansan's gonna try and go.
There's the first
through
smoke.
The bar door. Smoke is gonna
Kansan's
enable
trying to
him
cover
do
right
so.
now.
Remember, he's
Bosco's
already
gotta
changed
get in
speed.
and
He
start
takes this fight
planting.
through the smoke. There's a good chance that he loses
Oh, Bosco
it.
takes the
Bosco
fight.
wins this fight against Snake
Sure.
inside of stock though, and it's just Mike.
Now is
W.
he planting or do they
One
take
versus two,
2v1?
trying to
Now
clutch
he's
out this game.
planting
Plants
as
down
the
behind
smoke
bar.
dissipates though.
Mike has no idea. Has to take this 1v1. Goes for the swing, and he wins it. Looking for the second. He finds Bosco, and Mike W.
Right idea, a
another
little bit
one
slow
fight
before to get that
again
plant down.
for Aerial Arise,
If they were a
winning
little bit
once
faster, they get
again
that plant
on the
down.
clutch
Chad, are
inside
we
the bar.
clutching?
An AA. They're
Is it
breathing
coming
again.
back?
There's a pulse. And WildCard are starting to realize the situation that they're in. It's 6-4. They still have a 2-round lead.
Perhaps a
Things are getting
comeback?
dire.
I don't know how they're still in this, Adam. They, by all means, should have died at that one rampy clutch.
It's a magazine.
But they did get a good
No, Rainbow Six is a
situation
video
going
game.
into that final 30 seconds because WildCard, I mentioned, were just a hint slower than they
Do you really
normally
think
are.
WildCard
And I
win
think
in
it's
overtime
simply
if they
because
throw a 6-2
they
lead?
take their time to drone it on out. Using that Flores takes a bit of time, which then, of course, you're usually going to have an Azami, which
I don't know,
redeploys.
because they're going to get a
The
tack
goal
timeout where they
for
can
Aerial
talk to
Rise then
Meatbee.
was to waste time, and I think it worked
I feel
out,
like WildCard can
but
still clutch this
simply
up.
That was, once again, off of guns.
It's not a
I
comeback,
don't
it's a
wanna say
choke.
It's always off of guns for this
You
team,
say,
but at least in
you
the
say
last
tomato, I say
rounds,
tomato.
when they've needed
We're
someone
talking the same thing.
to get just a bit of kills, whether it be 3, whether it be 2,
You're going to
it's
fly to me
gotten
and
it
burn
done.
my pancakes.
And
I made a
whether
breakfast
they
sandwich
can
this morning. It was
survive
really
for
good.
2 more rounds and then potentially 2
English
after that
muffin,
remains to
back
be seen,
bacon,
because these players need
cheddar
to stay hot
cheese,
if they
an
want to win
egg.
this game.
Mwah. Perfection.
At the very least, it doesn't seem like WildCard's confidence has been wavering all that much. It's either they still have that same playstyle that they've been having.
You're
getting
calling a
into
timeout
building
after the
as quickly
1v2?
as
You
they
don't like a
can, getting the
6-5
drones in,
timeout?
Just establishing map control early on. It's been a big difference maker for WildCard and has seen a consistent consistent.
You don't have to call the tack
improvement in
timeout
their
6-5 though.
performance as a
You can wait till
result.
overtime. I honestly think
pick
you
up a
take the tack
spiff, not
timeout
doing too hot.
right
But whatever
before
it
the
may be,
bomb
whatever the
site where
case may
like
be, WildCard have
you
turned
have
a
the
new
most to
leaf and
say.
have been playing
Right? If
a
you can
lot
give them
better,
specific
but
strategies, if you can
Aerial Arise at the same
if
time,
you
getting
don't think
2
they're
rounds
playing
in a
one of the
row,
bomb
not
sites
only on the
correctly,
attack, but also
or if
one
you
on
have an idea to
defense,
change things up,
showing signs of life. It
I
has
think
come
that's
down
maybe
to
when
2
you call
clutches
it.
now.
But it also
Has come
like
down to a 1v1 and a 1v2.
it's obviously very
for
dependent on
AA.
how the coach's style is.
I want to see a little bit more of a
Like I don't feel like
consistent performance
WildCard have
from
played
AA
poorly
if
the last couple
to be
rounds, so I
convinced
don't really want to
that
see a tack
comeback
timeout
is
too
possible,
early.
that
You know.
overtime is possible. And there's
Now
Meatbee
that
taken
is probably the
away.
biggest mistake they've
Poison
made
at
so
the
far.
Inside of Trophy Door, he swings with the pistol. But Spiff is there
Bro,
for the
what are
reverse.
we doing?
No!
What are we
Mike
doing
W,
here?
he's been the hero of the past
Poison
2
whiffs on the
rounds,
second
and
guy
now
repelling
turns
in,
into
and
the
then his
villain.
teammate C4's another
Rios
guy,
is dead,
and then Mike is
Mike
just
W
dead in
goes
sight.
down next. Oh, it's
What are we
horrendous.
doing
It is
here?
absolute
The
choke.
comeback's over.
A disaster for Aerial Arise. Now Inrio and Snake are all that remains to pick
If
up
Snake
the
flanks,
pieces
he's gonna
of this
get caught.
basement
It's
hole.
such an obvious flank. Inrio is in sight.
Brutal blow. What seemed such a good start. Poison getting that kill. And then initially staying, it seemed like he had a chance at winning. But even just getting that opening kill is very big. And instead of being at that 3v4 that ideally we probably should be at, it is just these 2 remaining.
You might be able to win
against
this round.
Scourge have to do a lot here.
Well, this is
Mute
good
Jammers
Jutsu work
gonna
so far.
stop the
So,
Selma from going out.
honestly,
Impact
with
will
their
hit.
good Jutsu work,
Another
if the Mute
impact will
Jammers
go
and the
out.
impacts,
Will
they're stalling this out
not
quite a bit.
connect simply
They
because
might
of
be able to
Selma's
force
placement,
WildCard to go for a
but Inrio
plant
is
and get
just
like a
going to have
C4
to
last
be
second denial.
1v4
I think that's their win
against the
condition here.
world. As Snake is over in blue,
But with
there's not
Snake
a lot
playing
of
in the
things he
hallway,
can
he
actually
he's
do
not in a great
from
spot
where
to actually
WildCard
C4
is
the plants.
positioned. Speaking of WildCard,
Because they're probably going to
big
plant
club,
right up on Inrio
they
here.
actually initiate droning on out. Don't have a lot of utility.
They do have a
to use, but
Banshee
once
just
they do,
inside the
can
site,
utilize
too.
Greatly. all remains
Yeah, they're
to be
definitely planting
C4
boiler.
rip there from Snake does not
They don't
land
need
it
to
smart,
kill
but in
Inrio.
situations like this, you
They just
really
need to
want
force him
there.
back,
Yeah, he's
just
gonna
like
force
that.
out Inrio.
Snake gets a
Snake has got
2K.
2. I'm not sure how he did that. A miracle worker. Snake,
Nah,
and now
there's no way, right?
There's
There's no way, right?
2 versus 2. Bosco's in though. He's got the diffuser and he's gonna start to get it down there. That has to be won by Inrio.
C4 is gone.
The cross there.
He just snuck past the cover. Oh my god, but he wins Inrio!
It's just down to Snake. He got 2. Can he get 4? This plant's gonna be confirmed, and Snake can't do it. Spiff instead locks it out.
I swear to God, Aerial Rise are my least favorite team of all time. What's going on in these rounds, bro? Oh my God, so much shenanigans. They give you hope just to snatch it away. The classic Aerial Rise experience. Oh well. Congratulations to the wildcard believers. Goku getting the lion's share of the channel points off that prediction. What's up, Justin? Wildcard claw back a win. That means Aerial Rise start the group stage 0-2 after losing to Makers 7-5 yesterday and now Wildcard 7-4 today. I will say Aerial Rise are getting the tough games out of the way first. They play Thrive next week. They probably win that. Then they play Fluffy Gamers. They probably win that. Then they have a day off, and then they play 6K, which they probably do lose, but that's that's good enough to make them finish third, probably. So Wildcard will jump up to, I believe, second place for now. Aerial Rise will fall down to last, but still very, very early in the groups. The next game will be Sonics versus the Carnage B and Company. Karn & Co. looked fucking awful yesterday. For those who aren't aware, Wildcard kind of snaked one of Karn's players. Which, I mean, no shade to Spiff. If you have the choice between playing on a professional team or Karn's team, you probably choose the professional team. I don't blame Spiff for making the jump. It is a little bit funny to see Spiff listed twice. But Karn & Co. don't look very good since losing Spiff. We'll see if they can redeem themselves up against probably the best team of the tournament. At least on paper, Sonic's the best team in the tournament. I believe Sonics are still playing with Super. Is that correct? Can you get a timeout at the time of the free timeout to make it twice as long? Yes, I believe so. Although, don't quote me on that. Super is playing. Okay. Should be exciting then. I'm going to guess that that's coming back in about 10 minutes. You already know what we're doing. While we wait, we're going to learn about the world and specifically... Wait, Justin, I'm willing to hear the bet. You already owe me 10 subs. Are you doubling or nothing now, Justin? Otherwise, we're learning about Slovenia today. I'm gonna hear you out, Justin. What's your bet? Don't tempt me. You offered. What do you mean, don't tempt me? That's Hungary, right? Croatia... Austria, and Italy. What's the capital of Slovenia? Chat, what's the capital of Slovenia? I actually do not know. Again, I'm really bad with capitals. What the fuck? Ljubljana? What? That's not a real city. Ljubljana. Oh, I accidentally hit back on my mouse. Ljubljana. That's the stupidest city name I've literally ever heard in my life. All right. All right, great. Double or nothing. Justin, you don't have to double or nothing. But if you want to play ball, we can play ball. I think it's this one. Yeah. Is Slovenian a language? Slovak? Slovene? That's Slovakia. That's Slovene. And then maybe Serbian? Maybe Italian? Maybe Hungarian? Croatian. All right. Wow. That's pure luck. Population of Slovenia. I think it's over a mil. Yeah, 2 mil. I would have said like 1.5 mil or something. Dude, I'm actually getting crazy lucky. I don't know any of these answers. Size of Slovenia. Time to clutch up. I don't think it's 60K. In my head, my number was 25K. I shit you not. Okay, I crushed Worldle today. Holy shit. Chat, does anybody have a starting country for the global today? Luca sends love? Luca? Is that, where'd he fucking go? Bulgarian Luca? Bulgarian, Californian Luca? Who's my man in Smash Bros? Rosalina and Luma. And chat wants to start with Oman. Not too far from Oman. Could be Europe, could be Africa. I'm not getting Asia vibes from this round. It's probably just Africa, to be honest. What about a little South Sudan? Nope. Let's go Europe. What about Romania? Does Romania make sense? I don't think it does. Honestly, crazy guess. Let's go Russia. No. Well, Russia's closer than Oman. It's not that close, though. They're pretty equidistant. It's a little closer to Russia. What about... What's right here? I think that's Kyrgyzstan. Kyrgyzstan. I don't know where the fuck we are. Closer to Russia than Kyrgyzstan. What? I shouldn't have gone Russia. I'm actually just confusing myself going Russia. Where the fuck are we? Could be like on... It has to be something here, right? Can I try like a Turkmenistan? What? Okay, the closest countries are Russia, then Kyrgyzstan, then Oman, then Turkmenistan. It has to be east. But what is east that's closer to Russia than Kyrgyzstan or Oman? It kind of has to be north. But it can't be that north. Are we ever like Taiwan? Okay, it's closest to Taiwan. Russia is the second closest, and then Kyrgyzstan. Is it like Philippines? Oh my god, it's so close to the Philippines. Is it Indonesia? Is it a Pacific island? Is it Brunei? I'm just worried about being too close to Kyrgyzstan. I'm going Pacific Island here. I'm going Palau. No, closer to Philippines than Palau. Okay. Indo? It borders Indonesia. Malaysia? Holy shit. That might be my worst global of all time. That was horrendous. I was so lost. I picked 2 countries in Central Asia, and it was Malaysia. Yikes. Rosalina is cringe. Discussing Rosalina, man. Okay, chill. Chill. I just like the little star to go over there and shoot the little stars out of the star. Let's run a travel. I'm gonna have to go through Malaysia again. Jesus Christ. Malaysia into Thailand into... I think just Myanmar into Nepal, right? No, we just hit China. What am I saying? I think China just wins. No. I thought China touched Thailand. Alright, give me Laos. Let's keep it interesting. I think that's +0. Yeah. Not the correct order, but we did get there eventually. Could have been worse. Myanmar, India would have been the easiest route. Still waiting on the next game. Let's do the R6 We start Habana. As we do. Alright, newer than 2016, from Asia, male attacker, most likely. Newer operator, male attacker, not Viper Strike. My first thought is Grim. Is Grim from Viper Strike, though? No, isn't he Nighthaven? I think he's Nighthaven. Also, we need not Breach, not Frontline. I think I'm going Grim here. Yeah? Grim's from Asia somewhere, surely. Oh my god, I need a defender. I'm so stupid. Oh, I'm so stupid. Okay. Male defender. Between 2016 and 2022. From Asia. Could be Legion, right? Legion kind of gives me Viper Strike vibes. Although maybe not. Legion also kind of feels like map control. We're going to Oregon, by the way, chat. Could it be anything other than Legion? Male Asian defenders. Was Vigil 2016? I kind of like Vigil more. I don't think Vigil was 2016. I'm going Vigil, actually. Because I feel like Legion is map control. No. It has to be Legion. Should have trusted my gut. Alright. Stupid of me to go for an attacker and not defenders, but I think it was a 50-50 Legion or Vigil. I don't think there was any clues to guide me Legion over Vigil. So, other than fucking up picking Grim, I think we did the best we could. This mini siege is tacked. What do you mean by that? Oh, it's just good players. I see what you're saying. Me, Sierra, Dawn, Kinos, Jays, Wolves, and Intero versus Gunner, Flynn, Pengu, Laxing, and Wi-Fi. You guys out of your fucking mind? My team would get shit on so hard. 3 of our players don't play the game. The only player who's at all good on our team is Kino. Kino on Maestro. They got literally fucking Pengu on Monty. Somehow we won, though, in Mini Siege, though, so I'll take that. What are we doing for the rest of this? We can do the time guesser. I think this map is starting soon. It should be. I proved I was very good at time guesser yesterday. I got a really good score. So I should be able to do a really good score again today. Okay. This is the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, almost certainly in Riyadh. Because Riyadh is the capital, and it's where all the foreigners who are not Muslim go. That's Barack Obama, who was elected in 2008, I think. I'm going to say this is early in his term. I mean, who fucking knows? Let's just say 2011. Is there like a palace somewhere? Let's go to King Saud University. No, let's go to... I don't know. $5 years off. I'll take that, honestly.
Now we do have Oregon and Sonic starting out.
Well, we'll return to that when we finish this map.
Typically the more advantageous side, but Oregon is anyone's game, and sides don't exactly mean the difference all the time.
Yeah. The site structures, though, I think that's the one thing you got to talk about. Like, Oregon Basement is a difficult site, and you want to be on the defense for that. Considered a lot of times to be a pretty much guaranteed defensive win if you can really get your round started off right. As we get through a couple of these bans, Ying and Monty, not very surprising. Ying does make that basement attack just a
Super
little bit
is
easier.
indeed
Along with
playing.
Saeed, there's going to be no hatches that are going to be electrified, also making that.
How about I
basement
run the
attack
brackets
a lot
through Mini
easier. I don't
Siege
know if you're noticing
as like a
trend
prediction
with,
bracket? Wait,
with
what do you
the
mean?
Operators. It's mainly about
Describe what you're
basement,
asking.
defense, and
We're gonna
basement
run a
attack.
prediction here,
A
by the way,
lot
chat.
of
How many
the
rounds do
game
Karn get?
Simply relies on who can win that site.
Also seeing the
They're
shields
starting
going
on
down,
attack
Monty
against
hasn't
the
survived
strongest team in the
a
tournament, and they
so
got
far.
7-1
It
yesterday.
seems like.
0,
we have seen him before.
1 to
but we
2,
haven't seen him today.
3 to
Typically,
4,
the Montaigne ban comes out
5,
quite often. It's not a very big
or
surprise.
6 plus.
With the
I give you
Sonics,
2
they tend to
minutes.
like to ban the
Gamble
Eagles
your
as
channel
well,
points
so
now. How many rounds
really no
will Karn
surprises
and Co.
there.
get?
Did I get them reversed? No. Right? No. Right? Actually, I haven't.
Make
Saeed
Mini
hasn't been
Siege
banned that much
predict
by
the
either of these
tournament
teams,
bracket.
but regardless, we saw Ying pretty
Like the game we're
last map
watching
on
right
Charlie
now,
between
run a
WildCard
Mini Siege
and
for it.
Aerial Rise being brought by both squads. Nothing this time around. Sonics will start
It
out
has
with
been
the basement,
awful,
like you mentioned,
Blackout.
the Monty being
Every
down.
game so
Now
far,
allows for, a little bit of
since
flexibility
group
there.
stage started,
Center
which has
gonna be
been
playing the Blitz,
7
was
matches
doing
so
this
far,
yesterday.
have been on Oregon, Club, or
See if
Chalet.
it comes,
7
into
games,
a
and
bit
we've
more
seen 3
fruition.
maps.
I will
That's
say Clubhouse is
ridiculous.
Probably more of a Montaigne map, and I think that's why Center struggled a little bit on the Blitz yesterday. Oregon can lend itself to being a Blitz map, especially on that bunker rush that we tend to see quite often. So there's a little bit of a change up there from Karnico that could potentially be
I see what you're
helpful.
saying, Hateful.
For now, it's just a guessing game as to what they're going to go for. No hit Bana, though, being brought by KC.
What is he doing?
Be very interesting.
I could run that,
Maybe
but
a barbed wire?
I think it's less interesting than having chat play.
I was confused that Super was running out of bunker door as the smoke, and I was just a little befuddled by that. Ambi going for a little bit of spawn.
This
as well.
will be the deciding
Kinda wanna
match.
indicate
This
that Center
is
playing
the
Blitz, I think it's
final
almost
determination as to
automatically
who is a better
rush
Rainbow
through
Six Siege
bunker.
player, Super
He
or
just
Karn.
plays Blitz a lot. I don't think
After
other
today, the
operators
question that's
do
been on
indicate
everyone's
a
mind,
regular
who is
type
better at
of
Rainbow Six
push.
Siege,
So it could
Carnage
just
B
be one where
or
Karn and Co, they can
Super.SQ
very easily go through that
will be
second
answered.
and the first floor without that much hesitation.
Now, my money,
so that they
frankly,
can then focus
is on Karn,
on the
as
actual
everybody's
site
should be.
itself. Use their utility, drone it on out.
I think
There is
betting
one
against Karn,
roamer all the way over by that tower area
is
as Asian
ill-advised.
dangerously close to a
Yes,
player
they got
hiding
7-1
on that
yesterday.
tower area.
Yes,
Was
they've
Adam
lost their best
now
player.
back on.
Yes, they're
Taking
playing against a
peaks
pro
this
team.
early on this site is always a risk, but if it
But you
works
really
out,
want to bet
it can
against
have a
Karn?
big reward.
In a tier 2
There's
tournament?
also a
I
chance
don't know
that
about
Adam
that.
also just
I don't know
heard
about
Asian
that.
approaching towards Z, and that's a really good sound call out for a player like Ambi, who's pushing.
Sonic's
over towards that
also,
back tower side. As a matter of fact, he's making a flank into
had a very
Green.
close game
And
yesterday.
If that intel is true, if Adam was able to
They
hear
did
that,
win,
that
but it
means
was
that Ambi's
7-5
able to
against
go for this play, because
Thrive,
he knows that the push was coming
which
over
Thrive
from that shower
is,
side. Typically, you don't push
by
the
the
tower
numbers,
whenever
at
you're
least,
going
the
for
worst
a
team
shower,
left in the
at least
tournament.
the very early puts of the round, and it doesn't seem like Karn and Co actually know that Ambi has snuck by. That's going to be a late round factor that could seriously give Sonics a really good chance at winning this round. Ven's making his way down tower stairs as well. The aggressiveness from Karn and Co just starting to.
It's
starting
Element
up
3, the
towards
3
that
elemental
basement.
maps. Oregon, Chalet,
So
and
he
Club.
definitely has
The 3
slipped
elements
the
of
mind
Rainbow
running
Six Siege.
just for a little
Oregon
bit. They're more
represents
focused on
the
getting rid of that
represents the
completed
land.
frag grenade. Gonna drop
Chalet
the shield.
represents
There's
the
Ambi
snow.
making himself known. It's only the
And
one
Clubhouse
double line.
represents the
Could've been
alcohol.
a lot worse for Karn and Co. But Merc to fire towards Kento, attacking basement with only 3 players, one of them being a blitz.
They
It's
lose.
Truly difficult with the remaining Sonics players left alive.
The win condition for Karn is that this guy feeds. Step 1, Super needs to feed. What? That counts as a feed?
Center, what? He was just crouching. next
Adam
to him.
literally
Aiden
gave him a
gets
free
super,
pick, and they
Center goes
still
next to
didn't
Aiden,
capitalize
but it
off of
doesn't
it.
work out.
Sentier.
Oh my
Sentier.
goodness, that is
He got on
horrendous.
cams.
Gotta feel bad there for Center and Merc there
Bro.
for the double. I'm gonna assume that was a mistake and just move on from it. Sonics.
Adam
first
fat
round.
fingers his fucking drones, or his fucking get on cams, and then
Awkwardness.
Sentier is just too afraid to push it. I don't know, man. That's tough. That's a tough round to
It's only
lose.
one round though. See if it's in
I mean, it's
higher,
whatever. You don't expect to win Oregon basement
iteration
regardless,
that
I guess.
seem to have,
I thought they were about to
pushing
replay
on
that.
through the lobby, but you have one round to chew on. It's an Oregon
bro.
basement, something that can be analyzed.
If
to
Element
death.
3 is a testing ground,
And
why didn't we get a map
already,
pool
like,
change
the
here?
roamers that Sonics
Because
love to utilize around
map
the map,
pool is dictated
it
by the
had
global
power.
Rainbow Six
Ambi
team.
Going from the tower area through green on over to
Element
Diamond
3
and
don't
Small
have
Tower, then walking all
the authority to change that on their own. Tech pause going on, so I'm gonna play some music again. Just until the game starts back up, and I'll tell you that this is I don't know what the fuck this is, chat. This gives me like Europe vibes, but everything's in English, and it does not give me UK vibes. Maybe it's not English. It might be French. Maybe we're in Tunis? I don't know why there'd be so many, like, tourists, though. Maybe it's just a hot day in Paris. I'm gonna guess it's a hot-ass day in Paris. In, like... This is recent. It's like 2021 in Paris. The coast would have made sense. That's actually fair. And only 5 years off, 2016. Dude, I'm crushing. I'm gonna beat my score from yesterday. And the game is back. That's the thing about me.
Ebby, something.
I'm kind of
maybe
nuts when it comes to
counter
the
roamers, 'cause
languages.
There will be.
I see
roamers.
la.
That is something
France.
that
I clock
Sonics
that
love.
immediately.
And throwing somebody like Adam or Ambi in that meeting area, potential security area, I feel like it's an almost guarantee.
Looking a little different these
If
days.
it's not,
What do you mean by
Sonics
that?
really do have a good plan coming up for the actual site itself. They're
I think it was
almost
too nice to be
daring
the
Karn
UK,
and Co.
and also there was
go
French.
for a default play, but so far, Bricks are setting up a shield.
Yeah, your nuts
inside
are right.
the
Thank you.
bedroom.
That's what I've been saying.
Is that for somebody to play in the hallway? Is that someone to play in the bedroom, which is a very, very aggressive play?
Actually, see where that shield is. Where is it?
You took a second
Okay, it's
mortgage
on the,
out to
bid.
get to bet on Karn.
Oh, yeah. I literally think Merc is literally just going to sit on
Are you
that
talking real money?
and-
Because you
and
didn't put
just
any
hold
channel
that
points
and then
down.
back up into armor.
That's a
Obviously,
little
the issue with
concerning.
This is,
But money well spent. Money well
could be a
spent.
big problem for that shield.
Karn and Co. simply luring the Sonics
yeah,
into a
kind
false
of
sense of
harping on a point
security
that I
as they
made
lose
yesterday
the
whenever
first
we were
round of the
casting
map.
Oregon. A lot of aggressive, a lot of strategies have changed on Oregon to the
Hateful with the
top floor where
hydrate. I do
teams are
need as many
holding
hydrates as
armory
I can get. It's a
extremely
hot
aggressively now,
fucking day.
and that
I have
kind of
2
in turn
fans
also
running,
means
one
they
for the
can hold
camera,
them
one for me.
aggressively. If it's not a rotate inside of armory, it's rotate inside a closet or even both rotates. But already,
I apologize if you
Adam
can hear
from
the fans,
T1
but
shuts
in an
fans
hour and a
down.
half,
That's your
nobody's complained,
contingency
so I'm
plan
gonna
there from
assume you
Merc.
can't.
Adam is gonna be playing
I think you
protector
can, but it's a little
from
bit.
behind
It's
to make
very
sure that
quiet.
Merc can play on that master shield. That is an opening pick going in the way of Sonics. There's no response just yet for Karnico. They made their way inside of the building, but you can see that Sonics are not slowing down. Merc's lost a ton of HP though.
Oh,
He's
I don't
down
think
to 5,
they are not going to
and he's
expect this from
rotating his
Ambi.
way over. Merc will get finished off by Carnage B at the very least.
Ooh,
There is a
Ambi
trade,
kind of beefs
but
though.
Ambi not gun up there.
Kento
He
was
gets shut
yeah,
down
maybe
by
more ready
Kento.
than I gave him credit for.
With 1 minute
He definitely
gone,
knew it was
Sonics have now found
possible.
themselves at
They
an
might have caught him on a
disadvantage.
drone too, but I don't think so.
Ambi looked a little bit predictable there. You can tell with Karn and Co. being ready for a bit of a flank. Not
I'm
really
actually
doing
very
anything
surprised they caught
like
Ambi on
the
that.
claymore,
I think Ambi just had bad
nomad,
timing that he
or
unscoped.
gridlock.
He didn't
Good
expect
old
somebody to
bodies.
be in
Kento's gonna
classroom. It's kind of a weird place for
side,
Kento
but
to be.
a lot of chaos happening there. So he backs off as right now Sonics, they don't have a lot of time to fall back on. I mean, about a minute 15 is more than enough for Karn and Co. to push.
This is
into
not a terrible
Armory,
spot for
push
Karn.
into the rest of the actual site itself and get the regular utility done. You see.
My
all
worry for
of
Karn is
everything
they're
that
all
was
coming from the same
designated
direction.
for Merc
Every
to
single
hold that
person on
site, and
Karn
that has been
is currently
eliminated.
poised to
Now
push either
Kento
trophy
just
or through the
plays the ball
closet.
open
They
and
need to get
everything
somebody
he
like
can
probably
find
white
just a very
stairs.
small
I think that's where
triangle.
Karn is going
They also
right
have to worry
now.
about the player inside of the attic. Adam,
I don't know
waiting
where Karn's going.
so patiently for them to walk in.
He's going kid's window? I don't know what he's doing. He's going attic?
So far this game. Just holding inside of attic.
Karn
That's the
getting on
patient
attic
now.
window right now would be huge. Karn is
Super.
dying to super. Okay,
Double
well.
on the round for him. Carnage B gets
Well,
taken
I don't know
down.
where Karn went, but
Two
he's
overheads
going to
in
the
each
grave, I
spot,
guess.
going at it.
They
Now,
really
Super
want this
walking
attic
in.
guy. I don't.
Kent Immediately traded out by Brixer, not
Yeah,
aware of that position,
yeah.
and Super with his third.
Oh,
Laying
boy.
up the scoreboard here for Sonics. So you don't need Rexon.
Just
We got
don't love
Super
the
on
execute, if we're
squad.
being
Sonics,
honest.
I mean, they're looking pretty good here. Karnico, a little bit of a closer round, but still a pretty good win for SQ.
Max volume, you hear the fans? I'll
I
take
don't
that.
think it's not one that you could.
Karn versus
maybe
Super is a
purchase
fight at the senior
Lendo
home.
for Karn. I think it's just there were
Oh,
some
bro.
good individual plays with Ambi getting caught out, but so far
Karn doesn't even know where he's
Sonics
going.
are
How could
playing
we know? That's what I'm
into
saying, bro. Like,
mental a bit of Karn and Co. Like
it
Adam
just feels like they're not on the
going
same
over to
page.
E1 and
It was
shutting
the right
down
call
a
for Karn to
potential
rotate
armor
away,
push for the player
but then he
holding
just
the
takes a
window.
random 1v1 with
That is
Super and he loses?
Difficult.
You
to
can't
get
lose
through
that.
if you are a Karn and Co player, because it feels like
Super is
anytime you
officially
try to
top
get set
fragging
up
the
for a
lobby.
push,
I
that is
repeat,
just gonna get
Super is the
thrown
number
away
one
by
fragger
whatever
currently
the
in the
individual
server.
Sonics roamers
Break
decide to
glass.
do,
This is
and
a
it's hard to
never before
actually
seen
get
prospect.
Adam currently has not died so far. He's only got 1 kill.
Stop
Karn
the count.
Haven't made that much of an
End it
effort,
now.
but they still can just sit back, wait for the Karn and Co attack to come, which is probably going to come on that second floor, and just ready those guns and fire away, something that Sonics are very, very good at.
Mr.
Kinda mentioned that Sonics, like,
1.6
they gotta go
himself,
through their
currently
paces.
rocking
That's
a
pretty much their
3.0.
strategy. I mean, there's no other way to really put it.
Technically
They
worse
play
than
the round
Adam's
once a player's dead,
infinite.
and that's their entire motive on defense. It's not to cower back. and
Technically
hold,
worse
like,
than Adam's
anchor
undefined.
and just wait for Karn and Co to push into you. Sonics are getting in your face at all times, not only on defense, but also on the attack. And everyone on this team can shoot. Everyone on this squad.
And
has
Grixer's
their guns
undefined,
up, and
actually.
they can hit a shot when they need to. And that's the confidence that you have in this team to perform. I mean,
But
the
what
team
matters
puts
most
together,
is raw
Ambi,
numbers,
Merc,
just like in
Grixer,
Mini
Adam,
Siege.
well, whenever Super's not here, Rexen. They're all respectively on their previous teams probably the highest rated players. Adam was absolutely nuts
Okay.
on WildCard, but Grixer
They focused
has
down
taken
Grixer
down
early.
first.
Ambi is nearby as
He
well.
had
Ambi's
relaxing
probably
treatment,
gonna...
relaxing
He fell back to
plus
security.
Laxing, minus Laxing, or
No,
sorry, minus
Ambi's
Laxing,
not gonna
plus
go down
Laxing.
anytime soon.
And now he's gone from the round. C4 gone early.
There is
Team
nobody
counter-strike, but
all of
Sonics are gonna
top
wanna
floor.
look for a pick
Super
and
is
maybe
Attic,
following
and that
this
is the
up.
only
There's
person
plenty
they
of
have on the top
opportunities to
floor.
do so. I believe that was Super that I just saw inside of Attic, and I believe that
Nobody on Karn has any idea, though.
Of his position. It's one kill.
They've
off
given him a
Kento,
fourth.
And Super maybe look for a second. It is traded.
All right.
Ambi walks upstairs to equalize things. Sonics
All
just
right, Sleepy
continue
Super
to
goes
apply
down
pressure
eventually,
on
but
this
he
road.
has
They will not relinquish
gone
that top
insane
floor.
in
Adam
his
finds
short time
center,
alive in this
and all
round.
of a sudden, Karnico are down to
4
two,
and 2
Ambi
on
is still
Super. Ambi's gotta
upstairs.
chill.
A second kill for Ambi as Fens attempts to walk
As
in.
long as
It's
Ambi
just
and Merc do
Asian
not get
in
this
a
last
1
kill,
versus 3. He's
Super
lost
can
all
remain
of
as
his
the
teammates
only...
here. So
Nice.
disjointed.
Nice.
He can't
Super is the
control
only
the
player
roster.
at 4 kills so
And
far in
Sonics,
this
they
game.
hold on. A third round for them. And
This
each
is
round
never
just
before
more
seen
convincing
territory.
than the
We're going
last.
crazy.
Karnico can really only take solace in the fact that they're essentially getting a momentum. Because nothing looked like it could be done about that Sonics defense. They were never ready. Drones just seemed absent from the picture.
I'm getting
Clearly
word
they weren't
also,
ready
chat.
for that
I've
upstairs
just
hold from
received some
Super.
insider
Ambi to
information.
walk up white stairs.
Rexen is currently
He's a
shitting his pants.
Brutal.
Rexen's
3 rounds
spot on the
for
team
Karnico.
hangs
And
in the balance
And only
as
now
Super
will they have
turns
that
back the
advantage
clock
that they get on that defense.
and is about to pull a
wondering
gotcha
even
to
on
snake
the
the
defense
spot away from
what you can
Rexen.
do.
This may be
Going
his
for a
worst
drone
career
play
move,
is
missing
way
this
too
play
risky.
day of
You
Element
are
3.
going to get
Opening the door
sniffed out
wide
by
open
Sonic,
for
by
Super to take
Ambi
his
and
spot away
Adam
from him.
and Grixer, who
Oh
are
boy.
hot and ready to play. Even Super, who is the highest, who has the highest amount of kills on the side of Sonics, because he has been the one to initiate in most of this round, while Karn & Co has only reacted. You said that they only start the round when a body
This
is
is
down.
looking
Happened.
bad for
They got a
Karn &
kill
Co.
early on, and they still ended up
Bad
flat
for
on
Karn
their
& Co.
face.
Bad
Two
for
players still alive
Rexen.
on the side of Sonic.
It's been pretty standard Sonics play. Haven't missed a beat so far in this game. Karn & Co. A lot of players that I see on the scoreboard aren't exactly showing up here. Ambi has already walked his way in. Oh my gosh, what a nice shot there.
That's
from
why
Ambi
Ambi's in Pro League and
onto
Kento is not.
Just
All right,
getting
Ambi
in
has
within the first 30 seconds.
tied
Before
Super.
the
Super
30
has
second
2
mark.
more
That is
assists though, so Super is
extreme.
still gonna have
Sonic
higher
or
point
Karnico
total
are
overall.
setting up, still making their rotates. At the very least, though, Merc gets traded out. Asian able to find his second.
They're gonna
kill
drone
of the
Asian
game.
right here?
Now Ambi
No way,
following this
okay.
drone. Asian expecting the peak here, but instead goes for the drone, makes the wrong adjustment.
This is tough.
and
This is
Ambi
actually
gets
really
back
bad.
his
Super
second.
is droning
Sonics
in
are
Ambi,
wasting no
getting
breaths,
Ambi
getting
kills,
themselves inside.
which is hurting his own KD. Super needs to play way more selfishly than this.
And I think that's the reason why. Kento holding that angle.
This is poor play from
maybe
Super.
something
He
that
honestly
Dominus
should have
might
baited
do to
Ambi
try
there.
to shut something
The
down.
right play
But
from
Asian,
Super,
that's
because
a
again, we don't give a shit. They're winning this
Sonic.
game. It doesn't matter. Super needs to play for the KD. He
confounded
should have told Ambi
that
top
Karn &
floor is
Co
all
see
clear.
That Sonics are a
Bait him with the
very,
droning and then
very
walk in and get the
forward
trade
team.
yourself. That would have been the right call
Right,
from
they
Super.
can
Bit of a fumble
shoot,
from him.
And yet, Karn still wants to
With
take
that,
these
Ambi takes the
one-on-ones
top
with
spot, but it's not
almost
over
no
yet.
advantage towards their side. It feels like that's their only option.
Adam has
They
grabbed the
can't rely
defuse
on
kit.
utility. They
You
just
don't
have
want to see
rely
Super
on
planting in
guns,
this
which
situation. He is
not
too
going
valuable with the
cut
gun
it.
up.
Sonics, they've got a lot of time.
He
to
drops
rely on.
Freezer.
They also
Logi Bomb
have
comes
a
out.
couple of phones to hack instead.
First one
Ambi's
in
just
line.
gonna
Super
hop on
actually in a
player
great
inside
position to
of
get a
Freezer
kill.
as well.
There's a swing there, however, from Grixer.
Nobody's
to the
challenging
very
him, though.
least. Sorry, from Carnage B to at least shut down Ambi. Grixer finding Fence.
A brilliant flashbang from either
Karn
Super
is
or
caught
Grixer.
out as he tries to run
That one was
towards the
Super.
rotate. And now center.
All right.
First kill of the game. Shuts down Super. Still a 1 versus 2.
Bad timing.
Sonics have
Not
control
looking
of
towards the
diffuser.
rotate.
Adam's gonna go for that plant. He's gonna waste no time doing so. Center rips. That's
Does he?
C4.
Does he?
He might be able to deny
It just
but
missed.
no, it's right behind the pillar instead.
What the fuck is the
And
C4?
Center will
How did
not
that
give
miss?
free
In what
lead.
world did that
Shotgun in
C4
hand,
miss?
but Grixer swings too quickly
Robbed.
for Center to react
Genuinely
and
robbed. I don't
readjust.
think he threw it far enough.
And Sonics almost quick.
I think it is his fault. I don't think the game robbed him there, but I'm gonna say robbed.
Even more. Ambi was in the building in the first 10 seconds and had a kill on the first
Young
20.
Chug, you got back from a night out with Dez and Fresh.
Right now.
That sounds like a good
That's the
time.
luxury you
I'm a
have.
big
That's
Fresh fan.
you
I'm a big
dictate
Dez fan too,
when
but
the fights happen. You dictate the pace
That sounds like a
of the
good night
round,
out.
and Sonics want that to be at a breakneck speed, with Ambi already being in the hallway.
you can keep your
finding
secrets,
that.
but I hope you had a good time.
There was a little bit of a comeback there because Karn & Co was able to find that initial
Yeah, the
quality
wall
that
saved him.
was Ben's onto Merc. It was dying, but
4-0 Karn
it's
call for the
still
attack
Sonic.
timeout. This is the right
even
time
though
for
they
it.
have a player down, they
You
will
need
still
to be able to
push
win your
right
basement
into you,
defenses. They're
make it
probably
so
gonna
that
go back to
before not
basement
going
here.
up, which it seems like Karn are
If they can
not.
win it and then
About
win their top floor,
80% of the
they're
time,
still in this
they
game.
will
If they don't win both of
completely
those, I feel it's
destroy
chalked.
you.
Because they gotta.
This has
If they give
not
up
been
one
played
more
by
round,
Adam. Like,
then Sonics just need to win their
almost
two
wanna
defenses,
close my
basement and
eyes,
dorms,
close the
and
stream,
it's GG's.
because seeing Karn & Co, a
That's
team
7
that has
right there.
fallen from an E1 champion to getting absolutely tossed around like a child's toy by Sonics, is difficult to watch.
I think one of the things that we highlighted about Karn & Co is that they are in an extremely strong group. So any mistakes that they make.
No
are
hate to
gonna
the
be
casters, or
amplified.
is it just me?
And
You
the two
find it hard
opponents
to
that they've had go
follow?
up against, they went up against the 3-0 team
In
from
what
Swiss
way?
Stage, 6K, and now they're going up against Sonics, a tier 1 pro league team that a lot of people who are watching the stream, they may not be familiar with Karn & Co, but they're definitely
I think
familiar
Siege
with the
in
with
general
Super
can be a
Sonics,
pretty
right?
hard game
So,
to follow.
what
I
is
feel
it
like
that
Siege is
Karn
a
& Co
tough
can
game
do
to
other
watch
than
like with your
realize that
brain
this is
off,
just
you
a
know?
learning experience,
If you're
and
watching like a
that they're
traditional
probably
sport, it's very
going to
easy
get
just
their
like
ass
turn
beat
your
by a
brain
team
off and
like
cheer.
Sonics. It's to be
Or even if
expected.
you're watching like a
It's a tier
CS:GO,
one
it's pretty
team.
easy to turn your brain
The
off and
thing
just
is,
cheer.
we just
But I
have
feel like
higher
for Siege, if you
expectations
turn your
for
brain off when
and
you
I
watch
think
it,
that
you kind of have
Karn &
no
Co
idea what's
have
going on.
proven in
Like
the
that
past
happens to
they
me
can
too.
Stack up against teams that are tier 1, that are tier 2, that are anything, because they are the Element 1 champions, and because Karn & Co has bred system players to make it to tier 1. Plenty of players, including Kento right now, have made it to tier 1.
All
and
right.
were previously on Karn & Co, although I don't
Asian
think
is
Kento actually on Karn & Co.
T2. I don't
Besides
think
the-
they know on the
There's a lot
side
of
of
players that you can
Sonics.
mention that
They
are
haven't,
like
you know,
that.
cleared it, so
Attack
they're not gonna
immediately.
assume that it's clear.
Now Sonics aggressing early on
He's
this
back
attack.
on the stairs
Karn & Co,
anyways.
They need to get their head out of the gutter. 2 players positioned over towards T1. They know that that's Ambi.
I will
the
say
Bucks
Ambi is
signaling
shooting
that
today.
Ambi is nearby.
We
The
rated
fact that they
Ambi
give
last
up
night after
T1
stream.
stairs, not affording
And I watched a
T1
bit of his
today.
stream. He was shooting in that game. He's shooting again today.
I would have been very surprised if Karn & Co decided to stay on those stairs and essentially repeat their past mistake again. With how quickly Sonics have gone, this 1 minute has felt
Anyways, how
like
you doing,
2
chat?
minutes and
This is gonna be a
30
classic
seconds with
60-second
how
Oregon
quickly they've
push.
opened these hatches, how
30-second,
quickly
baby.
They have made Karn & Co back off into the site, deploy their utility, and sit and wait. And Sonics are almost already.
Not the same casting as the main
engage.
ones. It feels less
Almost
hype,
right
or
now,
certainly.
they're
I mean, it
putting
is just like
finishing
younger,
touches
less
on
experienced
everything. Mark
casters
onto
on this game.
Twitch has a lot of utility to go after. You've got those FNAT mines, you've got the mirror window inside of supply, you've also got the Goyo canisters to deal
So it's
with.
gonna,
and the
it's
Sonics
gonna happen.
don't have to force Merc to get everything done. They
Siege is
can
easy to
wait,
follow. Just invest a
bide
few
their
hundred
time,
hours of watching
and
PLA
then
playing the game.
attack is now
Exactly.
reaching about a minute 15, and Sonics seem to be setting up in their potential positions to attack.
Pretty slow comparative to what they usually do. Although Sonics
This is great Twitch
make
work from
pace
Merc.
go from 0 to 100. And
I mean,
that's
it's
what
not
Karn & Co
exactly.
have to be
There's
ready
nobody
for.
really
With that
challenging him.
utility, though, Fenz is in a great position to stop this push. Grixer gets the refrag onto Ambi at the very least, so pillar control is somewhat secured here. Now Grixer looking to push forward. There's still a player sitting inside of Tarps, but Center switching weapons is
Chat,
dealt
this is
with.
a 7-0.
Double kill for
I
Grixer.
hate
This
to be
allows
the one
Sonics
to
now
tell
set
you
up
this
the plan.
news, because
Adam
most of you
gets
did
kill
not
onto
bet
Asian
on
as
Karn & Co
well.
winning 0
Now Kento
rounds.
cards be the vectors
But this is a
still
7-0. Did
remaining in
anybody
a
predict this would be a 7-0?
4-on-2. Super can get
Nobody
inside
predicted
the
this would
site,
be a
close
7-0.
that
I am
play,
about
and
to
Merc making his
deflate
way
the
into
hell out of
Andre.
this economy.
It's all down to Karn.
Hell
Merc
yeah.
On for the double kill. Sonics
Are Sonics using strats or
unrelenting
ranked-ish
right
stuff?
now.
It's Oregon.
They have
What do you
not
mean?
dropped a single
Pro strats on
Just
Oregon
can't
are the
say
ranked
Carnico,
strats. It's the
you
same
can't
shit.
find a win on
They're
either
running
side.
very default stuff.
Sad, at this point in the game, you'd say, okay,
They're not like
down 5-0,
being disrespectful.
get to the next round. Yes,
Maybe
it'll be a
Ambi's
6-0,
flank on their
but we have
dorms
the side
defense
swap. That is
down
not
White
the
Stairs
case.
was a little bit
You
disrespectful,
are put
aggressive, and
straight
he did get
into
punished
the
on that.
fires of hell with this system. If you're bad on defense, you will get caught out. If
But
you're
broadly,
bad
I think
attack,
Sonics on defense
you will
were
get caught out.
holding
And
strong
so
positions.
far,
On attack,
Karn and
they're
Co have just had
going for
their
basic
feet
pushes.
right in front
I
of
think
the
Karn's
flames
attacks
the
were just really
entire
poor, like really,
time.
really poor. Their
And
executes
the
were very, very weak.
changes that they have to make aren't really ones
And
that can be
Sonics
made
executes, they're all
in-game.
playing
You
together.
send
They're
somebody
clearing
to roam,
util.
Sonics are gonna hunt them down. Use
They're
a piece of
identifying
utility,
what's going on
it's
the
going to
defense,
get
and they're bringing the
destroyed.
right tools. They're bringing the right
It is
strats.
Fundamental that Karn and Co are struggling with. And
Sonics
to
are not
make
reinventing the
changes,
wheel, but like nobody really
this,
reinvents the
like,
wheel in
right
Oregon,
now,
you know?
inside of the game requires an almost inhuman level of change that I don't think Karn and Co really have so far.
That is true that there's no point in saving strats in Oregon because it's not being played in Stage 2. But again, like, it's Oregon.
I mean, it's just rough.
There's not a lot of strats to save.
It's been a bit since he's played competitive.
I will say it's
so I'll
been
give
kind
him
of
the
interesting.
pass
We've seen a
in
couple of
some
teams
aspect.
experiment
Hold
with
that
like
bias.
a meeting defense where you
Already
extend
made his way
classroom. I don't
inside
think any
Farmer
team has
with
done it
so much
successfully.
control established early on.
But we saw Space Station running
At the
that
very
last
least,
week.
Karnico
I think it
don't
was
have
Aerial
Farmer
Rise
in
that
their
ran
setup,
it
so
yesterday.
Merc is walking
Was
into
it
anything
Aerial?
important just
No,
yet.
it
The fact that
was-
he's in this early is
I think it was
quite
Space
a
Station
testament to
Academy.
How well Sonics can get themselves established. Carnage B sitting inside a T1.
That's a
Actually
crazy
gets
angle.
A shutdown onto Adam. A very impressive kill. They get the Zofia down. It's
That
not
is a
already
rare
extremely
fucking
well, but
angle you
still,
see a gunfight going
kick
from.
going
I don't
the
know
way
if
of
I've seen that
Carnico
angle
and potentially a
caught
side
on
like
stream
Merc working
in a
his way
pro
along
game.
Ryan Kento,
Maybe
makes me
ever.
eat my words as he gets a frag on this round. It's Merc to go down, and all of a sudden, Carnico found
Karn
themselves
and
in a
Co.
winning position.
3 kills away from not getting 7-0'd by Super, and Super himself is down.
2v5.
As long as they don't throw a 5v2 to
for Karn and
Ambi and
Co.
Grixer.
Finally,
They will
Grixer
get
is
around on the
inside of
board.
site. No diffuser then is in the pocket of Ambi. Gonna walk forward, gonna get a
Grixer needs...
trade.
Oh no, Grixer's dead.
As when
Ambi needs a
has
1v4
minute
clutch.
30,
Again, I told you,
just has to
Ambi is
notice
shooting
the
today.
gunshot.
Nah,
It's
he's lost though.
possible.
He
Shot
has
to be
diffuse
taken,
kit and a lot of
probably
time.
Not anymore. He is surrounded.
shot, though.
There is
Alright, Karn and Co
one.
got around!
Karn and Co. at the last
Nice.
second. They
I
get
did
a
cast or
flash
curse the
of
predictions. That's tough.
life. Is it too late? 5-1 is not an impossible deficit. Karn and Co. They've got something on the board, and it might be enough just to spur
They should
their
bring
mental.
attrition to
Sonics.
Pro League,
Of
where
this
after you
round,
play an op
they've
so many
led
times,
Karnico
it's
in
banned for
one
the rest of
round,
the game.
Now doubling the amount of rounds that they have won in the conference stage.
No.
Good job.
I don't mind it for a show
5-1.
match or something, but I think for
Still
comp
the
it's a
scoreline,
bad idea.
Still a very big deficit, and still a lot of things to improve on from Karn and Co. But that is a start. They've got their confidence back. They at least looked like they were getting, pretty. I mean, they were winning.
I
Fights,
think
right? Like that's the
One
important thing. They were
one
winning their
idea
fights. Carnage B won his fight inside of Big Tower.
that
Fens went
Kickstar
into
actually
that
used to
round.
have way back in
This
the
is
day.
what
I
we
remember
wanna
talking to
see
Kicks
out
about
of
this at the
Karn and Co.
Mexico
This is the
Major.
roster that we
Was
expect to see
before a
massive
siege
play
game
from
starts,
players like Kento,
doing
from
a
Center,
draft.
from Fens especially. I mean,
Where
Fens
before
was
the game starts, you
extremely
ban a
good
bunch of
player when he was on
operators, and then you
SGA
pick
card.
your
They
10
had a lot of
operators for the
eyes on
game,
him
attack and
when he was on
defense.
Decimate as well. So there's a lot going for the players on this roster. We just
And
gotta see
like
that come out
he
of them.
proposed,
You
you
know,
know, you
we
could
need
do
to
some
see
interesting things
the
with it, where
shakes
like you
taken
switch
away.
around, like
Yeah, you're
maybe
playing a tier one
every
team,
round
there's a
you
lot
can
to learn,
swap
but you
one
can also
operator
still
or
win
something.
this game.
But otherwise,
Just
like
you
for the most
switching
part,
over
you're
to this
stuck with the
defense.
same 5
They've got
attacking operators and the
4-round
same 5
push-in.
defending operators for the whole
They
game.
need 2 more rounds to win this game to give us a pretty, what I would say, an anticipated result.
I think
not
that's a
in the
pretty
way
radical
we
idea.
expected.
I would love
Karnico,
if
it's
that
about
was
not
tested
getting
in a real
7-1
tournament. I don't
like
think
they
it would
did against
ever. I think
System.
it's too radical, too different
I would've kinda
to
turned
ever
down
move into real
Karn and
pro
Co's
play.
1 win, but I
And I do
also
worry
felt like
it would
was
reduce
the
operator
best attack
variety
that we'd seen from
significantly
Sonic.
to the point where,
Like,
like,
their push onto
you know,
the tower
operators
was
like Osa,
really
Sens, even
one-dimensional,
Sledge
and they threw
just
players
become
on the
completely
outside
irrelevant
on
and useless.
Really contestable angles, and it's one that.
But it's an
Sonics are
interesting
like,
idea.
okay, like maybe we didn't do the best. We're winning 5-1. You go back on the defense. You get to start in the basement, something that Karn and Co. haven't.
Do you
been
think they
able
need to
really
change the
put
show
a
match? In
scratch
Manchester,
in.
it was
They're
very
gonna have
underwhelming.
to go put a
Yes.
roamer up on that top. I
Rainbow Six has
would
done the
say
same show matches
I'm
for the
thinking,
last
but I
like
don't
8
want
years,
to
and they are
make
not
assumptions
they are
just
not
based on the
interesting in my
very
opinion.
vague silhouette. It actually is
But
Grixer, who is
I am also not the
very,
target
very
audience
hot
for the
right
show
now.
match,
8-2 and is
and getting
slowly
content
pushing
creators gets a lot of
towards end.
views.
He's been the victim of a
So
lot of early deaths and does seem somewhat aware of Grixer right around this corner.
Ben's, however, also aware. Now they both give away each other's locations. Asian goes for that pinch and shuts him down.
I think what would be my dream show match is literally you get the 5 players that played on Penta when they won the World Championships. You get the 5 players that played on Evil Geniuses when they threw the World Championships. And you make them replay Map 5. What even was Map 5? I don't remember. Was it Coastline?
Ambi won that?
Whatever it was, you just make them replay the game. They can play whatever ops they want. They can go whatever site they want. And to make it interesting, you put like 5K on the line or something. Like you put a real prize pool on it. I want to see reenactments of historical games for show matches. That would be my dream. That would be so fun.
But my goodness, what a start. Ambi will rotate down.
It was Coastline?
Sonics
Okay.
will give this up with 4 alive to their name. They've wasted 2 minutes as well.
But
So now
I don't
Karnako
know if that would
really
get as good
working
viewership
against the
as,
clock
you know,
as the sort of 5th man in the
Bolo eating a banana.
Well, to say, Karn
Realistically,
has
that
gotten
probably gets worse viewership than
4
Bolo eating a
opening
banana.
picks so far. It is not Sonic putting their name on the ballot first.
Get
and
the
just
walker for
working
old man
from there.
Fabian.
It's always about how Karn and Co.
I mean, some
reacts
players
after
would
the fact.
undoubtedly be like
Ambi
dog
making
shit and they
that
haven't played the
mad
game in
dash
years,
after
but like, who
getting
cares?
shot is
You know?
wildly risky.
Fly him
The
out,
fact that he is
have
still
him
able
play
to
in the
stay
match.
alive
It'd be fun.
says
It would
a
be so
lot.
fun.
But now slinking down the freezer stairs, Asian spot player over by the washing machines doesn't truly connect just yet. But every single 1v1 decides whether Karn and Co. gets another play and another great shot from Asian, taking down that C4 and keeping this team's hopes alive.
Chat, do
in
you
this round.
believe?
45 seconds, though.
Do you believe in the Carnage basketball fives? Nothing comeback?
It's a double kill from Kento. The round is starting to go in the way of Karnako.
Do you believe in the Carnage basketball 5? Nothing comeback?
Pace control is given back to Karnako.
They need to
And
win
Center's
every
gonna
single
go for
attack
the
in this
Kento
quarter.
low HP, but so
And
is
they
Adam.
will-
He goes for that swing and he's looking the wrong
they
way.
will
Center gets off the plant.
get
Adam
the
has a shotgun
first.
out, but
They
Open
will
Center
get the
wins
first.
a very impressive gunfight, and he wins a fight that he absolutely
The second
needs
round,
to
I
win.
guess.
Karn and Co. They've got
What's up,
their
Bradley?
second round, and now we're starting to see a little bit of life in them. Is it going to lead to something?
This is a duel where only the guns will do the talking, and Karn and Co.'s has
Show maps
to
on maps
lead
before reworks?
before round 7.
I
Only
don't
now
think you
has
could
it
do
really
that
started
because
to
rework
speak
maps
up.
are
We've
not
gotten
really
2
in
rounds
the
a
game
row.
anymore.
You can get another one on this attack, and a lot of it comes down to Kento getting a couple of picks, and I am a little confused why they didn't actually hear the player walking in through the rotate. Completely blind to that. But still getting the round is absolutely
Wasn't Asian
vital.
good?
It has to start
Asian
with
wasn't
the
bad.
entry, and it has to work its way from there. The
I don't know if he's
1v1s
good enough to
need
play
be
tier 1
won.
right
There's
now,
a lot
but
of
he's
need
a border
on the
player
side
for
of
sure. He's an
Karnako.
edge player.
They need to
He's like
shoot
on the
that. They
cusp of
need
tier 1
to make
versus
sure
tier
They
2.
get that entry. They need to make sure that they don't lose too many bodies before that initial engagement, and only then.
Land
do
build
they
is different.
stand
Yubi
a
has the
good
files
chance at
somewhere.
Actually winning
Yeah,
that
but
engagement.
like,
But they have to do that. for
I don't
at
know if the
least
files would be
4 more
compatible with all the
rounds and
siege updates
5
that have
if
gone
they
on.
wanna
I
win
don't
that
know.
right
I'm not
here.
a developer.
And that is a lot of
It would
odds
definitely
that need to
take
go their way.
some work to bring the maps in. Asian's the type of player who, like, if he got an offer to go play in Korea, I bet he'd do really well. Asian's the type of player who's probably not good enough to play in North America, but definitely good enough to play in Mexico or South Korea.
Than they have in previous rounds. Usually you see them getting extremely aggressive, not being afraid to take picks. But
Rexton, I believe,
sort
is on
of
vacation, Bradley.
pacified themselves a little bit. Now, whether that's on purpose or not, it's a question to be answered. That's Karn and Co.
I don't think Asian gets shit on in
Asian
Korea.
has been really good about making space on this entry, even if he's 3.
I mean, he's not beating fucking PSG Talon, but, like, he'd be competitive with, like, Mir.
Test him for this. Asian making his way down to Z is going to allow Karnako to continue on this push from the shower side.
Didn't Asian get shit on yesterday against an MXPL team?
It's gonna find it hard
I
when
mean,
it comes to
everybody on
shield
Karn & Co. got
working
shit on
against
yesterday
them.
against
Leave on
6K,
the launch
yes.
and rotate.
Yes, the whole
With
team
them
did,
during that drone,
admittedly.
They know that Asian is waiting on this platform. A lot of space to take early in Karn & Co. They're going to let Asian continue with that pressure, and they'll start to work their way in towards those hatches and getting a little bit more established.
They've honestly got everything they need for an execute here. They could, in theory, EMP the Warden and then try to smoke him out or something. The Warden playing Pillar is like my biggest concern. If they're going for a back take, which the Grim implies they are going to try to hit the back here, the Warden is my biggest worry. Now they could still hit the front. Maybe Kento pressures the backside while like Capitao and everybody else goes front. But I would guess they're mostly hitting the back, and then Karn might be the lone player going towards the front. We'll see. Also, Fenn's on the sledge.
Because if they die, that takes the pressure
with a zombie band and literally the one bomb site in the game that is famous for having 0 soft ceilings. This might be the worst sledge pick I've ever seen.
Super finds one with the shotgun, equips the SMG.
Crazy Super goes for that, by the way. He keeps pushing.
Not stopping on this. He wants to continue on that flank. Maybe it's
a
mistake as 3 Karn & Co
Sometimes
players
old
are each
people
able to get a
with
kill.
dementia
Now Ambi falls
wander
next.
out of the
Karn & Co
old
are
folks'
mounting
home,
a comeback here
and like,
as it's just
you know, they
down to
they don't
Murk.
realize
Does
that they
anyone
need to
pull this
come
situation?
back,
However, it is him.
and
Playing
they
fence
think they need
first.
to.
He looks for Asian second. It's just down to center. Going for that plant.
Murk might be the most disgusting player I've ever fucking seen. What the hell was that second kill? Holy shit. Sorry, I was joking about Super having dementia. But that was a nasty fucking play by Murk. Also, mini siege
I
crashed.
need to see the average reaction time that Karn & Co was even given with every single shot. Murk, 1, 2, 3. Look at that. Bang. Onto the shot over to Asian. There is no time. Did Asian even see Murk? Did Center even see Murk? The eyeballs is essentially what happened, because it was absolutely unbelievable the speed at which Murk was able to take out the Karn & Co players. And
I know why Mini Siege crashed. Mini Siege is trying to remove a death from
up against gold.
picking up the diffuser, which is obviously not a player in the stat book.
All the air has left.
Because that's how
Karn &
it
Co.
works for
They are now going to
time
have to
wins.
win
I'm just going to have to
4 rounds
restart it.
and then
I'll
win
bug fix
2
that
more
tomorrow or
after
something.
That, overtime, if at least Karn & Co wants to win, is guaranteed.
Now, I know better than to doubt SI 2022 champion Murk. I know better than that. Murk absolutely showing up here. Ambi, early aggression here, looking for that insta-spawn peek, but no one home for that. Karn & Co.
All right.
I mean,
nasty from Murk, and now they rob Karn & Co of a round.
Confidence. Now
if Murk's no way. No way. Kento got so baited, bro. Kento got so baited. No.
Karn & Co are dying outside of the building.
It's shocked.
And this is the exact Sonics that I
It's
mentioned
shocked.
in the pre-show. Aggressive off the jump. They do not waste time getting in your face. That's 2 kills already on the board for Sonics. And it's just everyone on Sonics is just tagging each other in. Like,
here's
hey,
the win condition.
All right, it's your turn next.
They Deimos track and kill Ambi down below.
Left on the round.
Then
Super
they
walks
continue the
over to
Deimos
Armory.
tracks.
Like it's
Okay,
like it's
also
his
Sentier-
prize waiting for him. And
Whoever's on this
deploying
fucking rappel,
almost
Fens
all
just
of
needs
the
to kill
smoke
Super.
canisters on this window. Like this
They're
is
not even clearing below.
What is expected
I don't know.
of a
There's no
normal
win con
play.
here.
Sonics are
That will
just
help.
going to run out.
Alright, I
and
told
he
you they kill him
rightfully
first.
Shut down,
They did
but there
not
is
expect
no
Super to play
idea
like that.
That Super is on this window. And what a
Chat,
solemn
Sonics are playing
goodbye
with their nuts
for
out.
Karn & Co. A good kill from Center. That
No,
still leaves 3 players
Super.
left alive. Walking around the corner. Super will end it as
Did he
quickly
top
as
frag?
that. So
Hold
Karn
on.
& Co, they
Hold.
may have gotten 3 times.
Wait, he got 3K at the end there.
times the amount that they did up.
Did he top frag? No. Not even close. I think he finished with 7. Close.
Of Karn & Co. and they looked, I wouldn't say convincing, but they looked good. It looked like
Get it
I
on
would say
666.
Carn & Co had a pretty good run.
Suspicious, if
on
you
those
ask
2
me.
rounds, and it looked like they finally adjusted to the Sonics playstyle, and Sonics were starting to feel a little bit uncomfortable. But the moment that Merc got
Well,
that clutch,
Karn
the
got
game
2
was
rounds.
over.
Congratulations
Because
to the Karn
all of the
haters in chat.
confidence that Sonics
Drop
had
out
lost
the
and that
big
Karn & Co
channel
had
point winner
instilled
from
onto
that one.
themselves just completely flipped and changed. The roles were reversed once again. Sonics had that confidence. They started going for their peaks, and Karn & Co
Pretty close.
just had to watch as every
7-6-6
single
at the
person
end.
on their team
All
got
right.
gunned down. That was definitely a solemn goodbye, like you said. Karn & Co. The team that was first in Element 1 and runner-up in Element 2 now find themselves 0-2.
Well, Karn & Co. are playing horrendously since losing Spiff. They're probably going to finish last in their group at this point. They have played, you know, pretty good teams, Sonics and 6K. But it's not going to get easier. I mean, the next games are what? Upper Decky, they're going to get smoked. Space Station Academy, maybe, but I don't expect them to win that. Then they have a day off. Then they play Makers. They're going to get smoked by Makers. So it's looking very bad for Karn & Co. in Group A. Meanwhile, Sonics are right on pace to finish first in their group as expected. Sonics versus Upper Decky on the final play day should be really fun. But ultimately, that'll be Sonics moving into first place in Group A. That'll be Karn & Co. remaining in last. It feels almost over already for Karn & Co. Because now they're down 2-0, and not a single other team in their group has lost a game. Because of the way Element works, where on the first play day, Group A played against Group B, Karn & Co. are 0-2, and not a single other team in Group A have lost a game. That's kind of insane. That's kind of ridiculous. That's rough. Oh, well, it'll be 6 Karma versus Fluffy Aimers coming up next. I'm not going to lie to you, chat. Fluffy Aimers are about to get their ass handed to them in that game. I expect this to be a stomp for Fluffy Aimers.
Food. This is beans. Someone put beans inside the computer.
And then after that, we're watching Makers SG Academy. Also might be somewhat lopsided. Justin with the 10 gifted! Avoiding the ban and officially paying out.
This is food. This is beans. Someone put beans
Justin,
inside
double
the
in or
computer.
nothing. It's not even Friday yet, but I appreciate it. Justin gambled twice that Super would ace, and he bet 10 subs on it twice. Not the boldest, not the smartest gamble perhaps, but I appreciate you paying out. Friday for me? Time zones. Fair enough, I appreciate it, bro. Down 20 gifted subs for betting on Super getting an ace through his 2 games. Way she goes. Shout out to Will as well for the bits. We're going to wait for 6K versus Fluffy Aimers. And whilst we wait, we're going to continue time guessing. Justin easily #1 gifter. Where the hell is this? Volan. Who is this guy? Can I open this in a new tab and zoom in? Apparently not. I just want to zoom. I'm not trying to cheat. Oh, I can do this. Oh, wait, that's kind of nice. Hard to tell what flag this is. Certainly Middle Eastern country. I want to say it's the flag of Egypt. I don't know who the fuck this guy is. But my guess is this is like Arab Spring. Could be like Syria, maybe. Could be like Iran, maybe. Did Iran have an uprising? Maybe they didn't. I don't really remember. I know Egypt did. I think I'm going to go Cairo. I think that's the flag of Egypt. It's so hard. It kind of looks like the flag of Iraq, too. I'm going to go Egypt, though. I don't care. I'm going to go... Actually, I'm going to go on the coast. Just because it's raining, and I feel like Egypt inland probably doesn't get a whole lot of rain. So let's go Alexandria instead. When was the Arab Spring? Probably like after World War II. Maybe like the 80s. Maybe early 80s. Maybe like 1982. Boom. Okay, what? What? What is that flag? Is that the Hungarian flag? There's no shot. Flag of Hungary, 1979. Is that green on the bottom? Did I get baited to thinking it was black? Ugh. I should have realized it's not Arabic, I guess. Unlucky. Alright. Where's this one? Peluria Parasignors. Palladia. This sounds Italian to me. Coimado. Fortuny. You know, we're like Italian. Esponges. Respalals. Are we ever Spanish? This looks old. This looks like World War I old, not like World War II old. Do we agree? Like, look at this dude's fucking hat. That guy's face is kind of scary. This is not a great photo. These, to me, don't look like World War II hats and guns. So I'm going to say this is like a World War I. And I'm going to say this is like... I'm going to say this is Italy, World War I. I'm going to go Rome. And World War I was the 40s, I think? It was Spain. I was 11 years off. It was Catalonian independence. In the 30s. Never in my life would I have guessed that. Fair enough, though. World War I was the 19-teens. Oh. Mini Siege crashed again. Same issue. Okay, we got a bar. The Children's Charity. Ask for a wine test. Scotland. Okay. United. That's American. The Lone Ranger. I fish, poach, root, and shoot. That's actually, I've got the same sticker actually on my fridge. I too often fish, poach, root, and shoot. That kind of describes me to a T. What flag is that? Isn't that like a flag of like the Netherlands or something? That's Canada. Okay, interesting. Lots of different flags here. Cadbury ice cream. I'm trying to read this sign. I'm not looking at this dude's ass, by the way. Simp something? I think it's American. Well, I just feel like the style is American. Like, these people, well, it looks warm, right? It looks very warm. Could be like a Florida. Oh my god, there's more up there. Okay. I'm gonna say we're in, like, the territory's own beer. The territory's own beer. NT Draught. You guys think we're Puerto Rico? I feel we're San Juan. I don't know what ending in NT would be. And this, I think, is like the 80s. Maybe even the 70s. Let's go 79. Okay, wrong continent. That was Northern Territory. Oh, NT, Northern Territory. Yeah. Never was I gonna guess that. I just felt it was American. And I was 20 years off. That was the 90s? I was alive? That's crazy. Alright, definitely a worse day today than yesterday. I got every country wrong. Except for France and Saudi Arabia. I did bink the Saudi Arabia round, though. Although there was a Saudi Arabian flag. So it wasn't exactly tough. Away she goes. Everybody else in chat got Australia. Okay. Why are Sonics playing Element 3? What else are they supposed to play? Listen, they didn't get into fucking Esports World Cup. Let them have this, all right? Let them have this. It's been a rough year for the Sonics. They gotta have something, bro.